Hey Cody, how's it going, man? You there? Okay, well, talk. Turn on your camera, man. We're live already. How's it going, man? All right.
Good.
Good. Yes, because this fucking keeps... Fuck this shit! Don't make me fall out of my chair again! Hold on a second, guys. Heather's gonna help me out real quick. It's fucking bullshit!
Oh, Lordy. It's a good thing he bought alcohol tonight, folks. There you go, you should be good.
You see what I was trying to do? Did you see that fucking shit on the side there? It's popping up. I'm a fucking idiot. Thank God you're here. I would fucking lose my shit. Alright. How's it going, guys? So this part of the show, we're gonna transition. That's why I kinda wanted to do mine. So what we're gonna do is we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber for about, I don't know, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes or so. Then we're going to transition into just chatting about what we were going to discuss. If any of you would like to be added to the call, let Heather or myself know, and then we will add you to the call. Other than that, I have Cody here with me. We're going to talk about Elimination Chamber to start off tonight. So, with that being said, Heather was so kind while I was at doing my bringing home the bacon duties. A quick story. I asked Heather if she would go buy some alcohol. I'd just gotten home from a long, hard day of typing. My fingers are like crippled to the bone. I said, would you be so kind as to go get me a six-pack? And she said no. You can see how this marriage is going to go. She's giving me the evil eye. But no, I'm just kidding. I could have done it myself. I just forgot to go do it. I asked if she could do it. If she didn't want to do it, that's fine. I'd go do it. We just have a store right across the street. But it would have been great if she would have done it for me. But whatever. So, that being said, I'm not that in a good way. It's okay. I can do it myself. It would have been nice if she could have done it. But that, you know what? I'm not gonna hold it against her. Later I will. But just kidding. So we're gonna get on topic here. I am trying to remember where she pulled up. There they are. So Heather, do me a favor.
Yes.
You have it in your thingy there. Why don't you pull it up on the computer?
Okay.
It'd be easier than me fucking jacking around in here.
Really, on camera too.
Oh my god. So apparently, I thank fucking God I looked at it today. There is one match that I thought for sure that was not going to be on the main card. It is on the main card. So there is a total of 5 matches now on the main card, not just 4. Thank God. Like, I haven't had a chance to look at anything. I've been preparing for this stuff that I'm doing this weekend, so lazily at that, but that's what I've been doing. I haven't had a chance to look at much wrestling news. That being said, I am not looking at YouTube, so Heather behind me is going, if somebody has a question, you're going to have to ask Heather or ask it in the chat, and then I will answer it, or Heather will answer it. I have her tied to the bed tonight, so just saying. So, that being said, have you got it up yet?
Yes, I do.
All right, we're going to go match in order of match. Now, the order of precedence of the match is not exactly the way that it's going to go. So, from what I seen, they had the Ronda Rousey thing second, or at the bottom, which they go at the very top is...
It's all the way at the bottom.
Okay, so we're going to start from top. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up to the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chambers we'll talk about last.
Okay.
So what is the pre-show match?
It is Luke and Carl facing the Mistress.
Now this is the match that I didn't think was going to be on the card.
No.
I thought, and I think Heather had assumed, that the Tag Team Championship match would be on that card.
Yes.
Be on the pre-show. So that is the match that is on the that I thought was going to be on the pre-show that is on the main card, which thank fucking God. At least they give a little bit of prestige to the tag team title on Raw. The pre-show, I don't pay too much attention to the pre-show. I think they're stupid. They don't. Although the match doesn't even look. I think it's going to be Carl Anderson. I think it's going to be the club. I don't see Miztourage beating anybody. I just don't. They're god awful. They haven't been booked right at all. So I picked the Miztourage to lose this match easily. It'd probably be a squash match, maybe a 10-minute match at that.
At most, yeah.
So that's what I see. Now, what I see is not gospel, but I just don't see Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows losing that match at all.
Not unless they actually plan on moving them to SmackDown sooner.
That's true, but they still wouldn't squash them. They still wouldn't lose. They still wouldn't cause them to lose. I think they might win. It's because they're trying to put over the club right now, I think. Yes, they've lost 2 in a row to the Revival because the Revival are going to be the next tag team champions on Raw. How do you see it, Cody? This match, anyway.
Well, I see the club winning.
Do you see it being a fuck finish, or do you see it being a squash match? What do you see?
I think it's going to be a squash.
You think it's going to be a squash? How many minutes?
Maybe a minute 10.
A minute and 10 seconds.
That's not much of a pre-show.
You got to remember, they have to fill 60 minutes. It's probably going to be about a 15-minute match. So they'll let that, and it's. I wouldn't call it a squash. I think it's going to be more like a getting their ass kicked kind of match. Yes, Miztourage will get their shit in, but I don't think they're gonna even come close to. They might get a 2 count, but that's about it. It won't be one of those false finishes, fucking match kind of type deals. It's just not that significant enough of a match to do that. What do you think, Heather?
I think it's going to be all the club.
You think it's going to be all club?
Yeah, I think the Mistress are just going to get their asses handed to them. They're not going to get much offense.
So it's 2 against 1, but I'm always right. So let's move on to the next match. I'm just kidding. So it's going to be. We all think it's going to be the club. That's simple. What do you all think in the chat? 1 for club, 2 for the Miztourage. And then Heather will let me know what the consensus is.
Rain says Mistress for the win. Paige says hello.
Hey, Paige. Hey, we'll be home tomorrow, Paige.
I just told her.
Oh, okay.
And what did you say? 1 for what?
1 for the club, 2 for Miztourage.
Okay. Casual German says one.
Okay.
And that's it so far.
Okay, well, we'll come back to it again. Just keep that in mind, people. What's the next match?
We have the Ronda Rousey signing, but then we also have.
Well, let's go. Let's stay on that for a quick second.
Okay, I thought you wanted just matches.
No, that's fine. We'll go with the Ronda Rousey. Well, actually, let's skip the Ronda Rousey. We'll come back to that, but that's not the last thing we're gonna fucking do. I'm telling you that right fucking
Absolutely
now.
not. The next one would be a match to determine if Nia Jax gets added to the Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania.
How do you see this one going, Cody?
I see Oscar winning because I don't think they're going to let Oscar lose.
Yeah, I agree. I think if Asuka loses at any point within 2018, WWE's done fucking put themselves in a fucking corner. They're going to start losing fucking viewers. I mark my motherfucking words. If they beat Asuka at all in this match, I will not stream another WWE event. Did I not say that?
Yes, you did.
So I will be watching that match very closely. And you'll be able to tell if Asuka's going to win or lose that match. If she's getting her ass beat, she will win. If she's beating on Nia Jax at the beginning, don't be surprised if the WWE beats her and they have a triple threat. If they do that, I'm done. I am done. I won't even talk about WWE anymore. I'll do Wrestling Memories with Drew and that's it. Mark my motherfucking words. How do you see this one going?
Asuka's gonna annihilate her.
You think so? You think it's just going to be a total squash?
Absolutely. There's no way Nia is ready for even hopes of a championship match right now.
I agree with you, but I think they're going to let her beat on Asuka for a little bit first.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, there you go. Again, keep this in mind, people. 1 for Asuka, 2 for Nia. And we'll come back to it. What's the next match?
That would be...
The tag team titles.
Yes, the Raw Tag Team titles.
And
Cesaro and Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo.
I'm going to let you begin. So, she just said, I don't know if you guys could hear her, she said, the bar, people fucking stupid. I hate Steven Larson, they're fucking idiots. The Bar versus, what do they call him? Titus
Worldwide.
Worldwide, man! I'm going to start with you, Heather. What do you think?
They needed to do something with Titus Worldwide
Why
to
didn't-
make them relevant again.
Mm-hmm. No, they didn't.
Why they put them in a tag team match, I don't know why. But unfortunately, this is what they got. This is what they're giving us, so we're stuck with it.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Bar.
The Bar?
The Bar.
The Bar? They call him fucking Steven Larson, a bunch of fucking jackoffs. Cody, what do you think?
I just don't want to say Apollo won a belt, but I'm going with the Bar.
I am hoping to God that the Bar wins it. That's what they call him. That sounds retarded. I'm making fun of Steven Larson. Hey, Steven Larson, if you're watching, I'm making fun of you right now, you jackoffs. The Bar. I think the Bar will win it. I think they're gonna try to push Titus Worldwide.
I hope not.
But Titus O'Neil sucks, guys. Apollo Crews had another tag team partner, like Akira Tozawa. Be all about it.
He was originally part of Titus.
That's what I'm saying. I would say yes. I would go with Titus Worldwide if that was the case. But since they have Titus O'Neil in this fucking match, I'm going with the bar. I think that somewhere down the line, probably at WrestleMania, the Revival is going to end up winning the tag titles.
Yes.
I hope to God. Because I am so sick and tired. And yes, like Heather said, this is what they're giving us, so we have to deal with it. I don't like it because it's a joke. So, because the bar doesn't need the titles. Why did they put the titles on them? I know why now, because Jason Jordan was hurt. But that being said, I don't care. I really don't care about that match. At least it's on the main roster. They're trying to make the tag belts relevant, which is good. I don't mind that at all. So I'm going with the bar to win. Don't be surprised if they do have Titus Worldwide win, though, because they've been pushing them like crazy the last couple of weeks. So the next match, I think that's the contract signing, right?
Yeah, because now we have the chamber matches.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to talk about this for a little bit. I'm not going to talk because it's not even a fucking match. It doesn't deserve to be on the Elimination Chamber. Should have done it on fucking Raw the day after fucking Royal Rumble. Why they did this blows my fucking mind. I know what they're trying to do, but it's a waste of fucking time. They could have put another fucking match in there. So what's going to happen here is Ronda Rousey's going to come out. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. Don't be surprised if it doesn't. If it doesn't, I will be surprised. Ronda Rousey's going to come out. She's going to be pointing at the fucking sign like she always has when she came out. And she's going to sign her WWE contract. Guess who's going to come fucking waltzing out there like Little Miss Priss stuff? Fucking cringe-ass fucking voice. Walking out like the fucking Crypt Keeper. Stephanie McMahon's going to come out. And she's going to get in Ronda Rousey's face. And that's when they're going to book the match. They're going to start building to Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon. And then it's going to turn into a tag team match. And it's going to be a mixed tag match at WrestleMania. And we'll get into that later. So they're gonna do like a 15-minute promo. I guarantee it. This match, this segment will last longer than most of the matches. I guarantee it. It will drag on. Stephanie will sound like she'll be trying to bury the talent like she usually does because she's really good at it. Triple H might be out there. You don't think so?
What Rain just said in the chat.
Hold on. Okay. I'll answer his question in a minute, or I'll argue against what he said.
Well, it has to do with Ronda, so.
Okay, so
I'll move on to the next topic.
So that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a 15-20-minute promo between these two, and there's going to be a tease of an armbar, a tease of a fucking finisher by Stephanie. I just see this whole thing turning into a fucking shit show. And then everybody's going to be fucking, what the fuck was that? This is dumb. Why are they doing this? It's to put the fucking McMahons in the WrestleMania match. That's what it's doing. A McMahon. I think both McMahons are going to be in it.
You know they are.
So, that being said, we'll go with that. What do you think, Cody? What do you think's going to happen? Do you think she's going to come out, sign her contract, and then leave, and then fucking that's it, or what?
I'm kind of hoping she gets added to the chamber match.
No! Why do you want her in a chamber match?
That's exactly what Rain said.
Okay, that is not going to happen, guys. She is not going to win the chamber match. She will not be put into the chamber match. That would be the woman has not even wrestled a match yet. You're going to put her in a match with Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss. Well, she's better than Alexa Bliss. Bayley. Bayley's better than she is. Bayley has wrestled for how long in the WWE? Right? How long has Ronda Rousey wrestled in the WWE?
Not bald.
Say it again?
Not bald.
How about a big old fat goose egg? She's never wrestled. She's trained. That's it. Are you sure she's going to know how to take a fucking bump?
No.
Exactly my point. Why would you put her in a match like that?
I just want to see what she can do.
Well, how about this? Have her wrestle on Monday Night Raw the following Monday. Put her in a match against, not a squash match, because that match won't last long. She'll just do an armbar and then that'll be it. Put her in a match with...
Nia Jax?
No.
Alicia Fox?
She's hurt. Oh, that would be great. Then she could fucking retire. I don't want to fucking see her in a ring ever again.
Bailey?
That's too much for her. I don't think she can handle Bailey. Bailey would outwork her like a motherfucker. You want to bury Ronda Rousey before she even wrestles?
Yes.
Well, okay. I know you do. I'd put her in a match with... See, she should have been at NXT, people. She should have started at NXT. That's just me. They should have never fucking did what they're backing themselves into a corner. Because you can't put her in a squash match because you know what they're going to do? They're going to have to do 15-second armbar and the match is over. That's it. She's got to take a bump somewhere. Somewhere she has to. Asuka took a bump in her first match. So I can't justify her being in a chamber match at all. At all. And if they do it, they're stupid. Because they're going to fucking ruin her before they even give her a chance. That's just what I see. What do you think, Heather?
She is going to get lost in the chamber.
Well, what do you think they're going to do with the signing? They're going to do what I said they were going to do?
It's going to be the same old shit all over again. Rinse, wash, repeat.
Yep.
It's fucking...
They're going to put her in... Another reason why they would put her in a chamber match is because of WrestleMania. They're going to have... It's going to be Stephanie and Triple H versus probably Strowman and Ronda Rousey. Because they need to tell that story about the Survivor Series between Strowman and Triple H. They have to. They have to. Because they can't just let it slide like they did the Finn Balor thing. They can't. They can't be that dumb. Can't be. So that being said, then we move on to the chamber matches. Now that you're thinking they're going to put her in the chamber match. Okay, so I'm going to start with you. Who's going to come out? No, I ain't going to do that. Tell me who's going to win and who's going to be the last one standing.
I think it's going to be Sasha Banks.
And who's she going to beat?
Bailey.
You think she's going to beat Bailey?
Mm-hmm.
But you think Ronda Rousey's going to be in the match? Think about what you just said. You're going to beat Ronda Rousey in her first match. If you're going to put Ronda Rousey in that match, she better fucking win. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because it's no DQ.
I mean, she could come out there and interfere in the match.
How she can't get in? How's she going to get in there? There's no way in or no way out. Once you're in there, you're in there. You see what I'm going with this? Okay.
Yes.
But since you have Ronda Rousey in the match, you put her in there, right? You can change your mind. You can't beat her. She has to win that title. You're going to have her wrestle. You're going to book her at WrestleMania to face who?
Well, I think I'm going to change my mind on that one.
You can't back yourself into a corner. You see where I'm going with that, Cody?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. But you're going to pick Sasha over Bayley.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And see what I mean, Rain? You put Ronda Rousey in that match, you have done ruined WrestleMania. Number one, she's never had a match in the WWE. Bayley can run circles around her. Sasha can run circles around her. Who are the other four in the match?
Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose.
So well, there you go. Sonya Deville can run circles around fucking Ronda Rousey right now. She's been trained on how to wrestle. She can take a bump. She's not very good at it, but she can take a bump better than probably Ronda Rousey. Mandy Rose is actually better than Sonya Deville. I'd put her in the match with Sonya Deville on one of them two on fucking the next Monday. That's who I'd put him in a match with. And then you got Alexa Bliss. Right now, I think Alexa Bliss could out-wrestle Ronda Rousey. She could take a bump. You do not want to ruin Ronda Rousey. Same way you don't want to ruin Asuka.
We have Gina in the chat now.
Hi, Gina.
And Dolphin.
Hey, Dolphin.
And TSS.
Hey, TSS. So you have Sasha beating Bayley. And,
Yes, sir.
And then what are you going to have at WrestleMania? Now, I'm just asking. I'm looking forward. Are you going to have a Sasha Bayley feud? Or what are you going to do for WrestleMania? 'Cause that story has to be told. Sasha and Bayley has to be told.
I kind of hope they turn Sasha heel
Okay.
and they fight it to WrestleMania.
Okay.
I'm hoping Asuka picks Charlotte.
Okay. Fair enough. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's going to be Sasha versus Bayley. I personally am going to pick. I want to pick Bayley and have Bayley turn heel.
I don't think she has it in her.
I don't think she does either. I would like to see it. So what I think is going to happen, what I would like to see and what I think are two different things. What I would like to see is to see Bayley turn heel so that she can get some aggressiveness in her. That woman needs some fucking aggressiveness. I don't want her to fucking hug me. I want her to beat the fuck out of me. Well, I don't want her to beat the fuck out of me. I want her to beat the fuck out of her opponents. She doesn't want to hug everybody. That's like Bobby Roode and his fucking smile on fucking SmackDown. I don't want to fucking see that shit. Give me a fucking break. I want Bayley to beat people up. That's what she's there to do, not to hug people. For fuck's sake. Get a pair. I think you're right on that one. I think Sasha is going to beat Bayley, and they're going to feud up to WrestleMania. And Bayley will finally get over on Sasha. But it could be that Bayley goes over on a fuck finish on Sasha. And what I mean by a fuck finish is Sasha wins, pins somebody, and Bayley rolls her up. Pins her. Sasha still could turn heel. And they could tell that story, Bayley and Sasha, all the way up to WrestleMania. How do you see it going, Heather?
It's going to be a clusterfuck at the beginning, that's for sure. Because they're going to be trying to figure out the lay of the land.
Right.
Last person standing. The last two in the match. There's not really much to go on.
No, not really.
because of everything that's been going on, I could see it coming down to being Alexa Bliss and Mickie James.
Mickie James going over or Alexa Bliss retaining?
I'm gonna be adventurous and say Mickie James going over.
Fair enough. I like that. I kind of do like that. To be honest with you, I love Mickie James.
I know.
She deserves it. And that's not why, though.
I'm not saying that's why.
I actually love her in-ring ability. She can still go at 37 years old. And to give her the she would break the record, wouldn't she?
She'd tie the record. She would be at number 7.
Okay. I'd put her over.
We need Trackopedia. Somebody go find Trackopedia.
I'd put her over. I'd put Mickie James. I mean, I could see that happening with what they're telling. Because they really haven't done anything with Sasha and Bayley. So I could see that. I could honestly see that. I could see both of them. But they had better tell a story somewhere. They can't just, with Sasha and Bayley. They can't just have Sasha win and then not tell the story. But I like the Mickie James thing. I really like the Mickie James thing. And not because I think Mickie James is hot. I like Mickie James' in-ring ability as well. The final match. This one's kind of tricky for me now.
Yes.
Because of what happened on Monday. But, Heather, I'm going to start with you on this one. Because your two boyfriends are in this one.
Well, it's only fair. You talk about your girlfriend.
I didn't really talk about her. I didn't even mention her until you did.
Yeah, well, you still talked about her.
For 5 minutes!
I'm kind of in agreement with you on what we talked about.
Hold on. Cody, did you just put that in the chat?
What?
Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, are they wrestling?
No, they're not listed.
Okay, see, they're not in the match. So, go on.
Hold on.
She's going to look again, but I don't think they're in the match. According to WWE.com, they're not in the match.
They're not. It's John Cena, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, The Miz, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins.
They aren't having a singles match?
No.
Okay, so there you go. They're not doing even a singles match. So
This is the confirmed card by WWE.
okay. Fair enough. So there you go. There's your woking fucking gimmick. Shoved it right up your fucking ass again, people. Alright. Go ahead, Heather.
Like I said, with what you and I spoke about in private, I actually really agree with. So, I think it's not going to be Roman Reigns.
Oh. I was going to say what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think it's going to be Seth Rollins going over. And I think the Glory Boys road is done.
You think Roman's done, huh?
I do.
Cody? Are you done? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cody, what do you think?
I think Braun Strowman's going to win.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to you. I want you to explain to me how you think Braun Strowman's gonna go over Roman Reigns, number one. Okay. All right. So I'll come back to you. Here's what I think. With the thing that's going on with Roman Reigns right now, I think it's legit. I think he may have just run his course, people. If what is being reported is true, and the WWE continues to push him, the WWE are a bunch of fucking morons. Their wellness policy is fucking work. Everything they fucking do is a fucking work. They cannot. If what is happening is true, Seth Rollins, they may put Roman Reigns may win this match, but WrestleMania is going to be a triple threat. And they're going to put Seth Rollins over. The reason I say that is what happened on Monday is that motherfucker wrestled for an hour and 5 fucking minutes. An hour and 5 minutes. You don't just let a guy wrestle for an hour and 5 minutes if you're not going to tell a story about something. Something is happening. What it is, I don't know. What I think it is they're pushing Rollins to the title. Again. Does he deserve another title run? Yes. So that being said, I think Braun Strowman is going to eliminate Roman Reigns. And then somehow, some way, somebody's going to eliminate Braun Strowman. John Cena may do it. I don't know. It may be, I think it's going to be Finn Balor and Seth Rollins in the end. And Seth Rollins ends up beating Finn Balor to be the number 1 contender for the match at WrestleMania. Now, somehow, some way, if this thing gets cleared up, Roman Reigns will wiggle his way back into the fucking match and he will win it. Or they'll do a number 1 contenders match again like that or something at Backlash where Seth Rollins will be in a program with Roman Reigns to put him back in. But that's if. Or, see, this is hard to say because if what is happening is true, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns to win it, but somehow, some way, they're going to put Seth Rollins in the number 1 contender. They're going to put Seth Rollins in that match, and they're going to make it a triple threat. Now, Cody, please tell me why you think Braun Strowman is going to go over Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns.
Because I like Braun for this one because I want to see Braun be a champion because I think he deserves it.
But you're thinking with your heart, not with your head.
Yes.
Think with your head, not your heart. Do you really think WWE is going to put the title on him right now? And if you say yes, I'm just going to say okay, but be wary. It's not. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in SummerSlam, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think I see it happening.
There's no way. He hasn't been, I mean, yes, he's been pushed, but he hasn't been put in. He lost to Brock Lesnar in 5 fucking minutes. What has he done since then? Beat up on who? The Miz? I could beat up on the fucking Miz. Not really, but you get what I'm saying. I don't see Braun Strowman. I just don't see it. Although I would like to see him win the title sometime, but just not at WrestleMania. Let's put it like this: if this Roman Reigns thing is a hoax or whatever, but I don't think it is, put the fucking title on Roman Reigns. Get this fucking shit over with about putting him fucking over. Have him lose the fucking title to Braun Strowman at fucking SummerSlam. That's what I think they need to do. That's if that's the case. But putting a title on Braun Strowman now, or giving him a title shot at WrestleMania now, not yet. Not yet. Build that story. They've got a great storyline with him right now, and they don't want to screw it up. That's just what I see. I mean, if Braun Strowman should be the fucking champion. He should have beat fucking Brock Lesnar at where was it? Where did Brock and Braun wrestle?
SummerSlam.
That wasn't a fatal 5-way, wasn't it? That fucking stupid fight. I hated that match. Anybody that thinks that match was a fucking great match is on dope.
There were great moments in that match.
Fucking joke. I didn't even think there was a great moment in it. Every great moment in it was predictable.
I saw it live.
I know, but
it
was
better.
But it was predictable. I could have told you what was going to happen 10 minutes ago when the match started. The story was already told. But seeing it live, probably a little bit better. Yes, they're building strong. Braun Strowman is beast. He should have won the title at fucking SummerSlam. If he didn't, Joe should be the champion. We're all forgetting Samoa Joe, too. But he's hurt. So, there's nothing we can do about that.
Oh, yeah, he's really hurt. Doing voiceovers for an animated movie.
He's kayfabe hurt. So, that being said, I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't see this show being overwhelmingly great. I may fall asleep during it, like I did during the Daytona 500. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to fall asleep. This show is going to be terrible. The only match that I really even care about is the women's Elimination Chamber match. I just want them to take the title off of fucking Alexa Bliss. Like yesterday. So that being said, let's go back to the chat here. So recap
hold on. Cody just showed me a picture that the WWE, in their infinite fucking wisdom,
go ahead.
tweeted out that Bray and Matt are going to be fighting at the Elimination Chamber. However, did not update their fucking website to have it on their fucking card for the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you idiots?
Well, that's WWE for you. When did this take place? How long ago did this take place, Cody? When did they update it? The day before the fucking match. They decided
12 hours almost.
3 hours ago.
Okay. This company is a fucking joke. Why didn't they make this a match a long time ago? Why didn't they have this? They've been telling this fucking story for how long now? 2 months?
Yeah.
2 months now? Why wasn't this a match? I mean, Matt Hardy's going to lose. People. He's not going to win this match. This feud's going to go on till WrestleMania, where there'll be a final deletion. And I call it a final joke. I don't even care about the match. I really don't. I think fucking both gimmicks are a fucking joke. I don't care. But we'll pick it. Bray Wyatt in a squash match.
Jeez, Rain, this is what we're fucking talking about, though.
Bray Wyatt in a squash match. What did he say?
He said in the chat, they did. I saw a graphic for it days ago.
Yeah, they were speculating. It wasn't confirmed. There's a difference between speculation and confirmation.
Not only that, with it only days before. This is why we don't get the great pay-per-views that we used to get.
Nope.
Fucking confirming a fucking match for the goddamn pay-per-view when it's 13, almost fucking 12 hours away from the fucking pay-per-view. How the fuck are they supposed to prepare for that match?
But I think I said something. Now, I think I said something like, why have they not, in a couple of my streams, have they not been building and saying they were going to have a match at Elimination Chamber? I think it was when they both lost their matches. Well, didn't they? No, they didn't wrestle each other then. I think that's when I said they're gonna have a feud. They should have a feud at Elimination Chamber, but they didn't fucking confirm it until 3 hours ago. That's a fucking joke. That match alone, because everybody still thinks Matt Hardy is over, as big as he is, would have brought in some attendance. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I would have loved to have seen that match. I mean, now it's going to be since they're doing it 12 hours before, it's going to be a squash match now. I see a squash match. Bray Wyatt's going to be fucking Matt Hardy for the 5th fucking time. And then Matt Hardy's going to get up and laugh. And that's going to be it for the match. And then they're going to fucking build it for 2 months. And then it's going to be a final deletion of some sort. I like I said, I don't care about the match, but that's who I pick. I pick Bray Wyatt in the squash. What do you think, Cody?
I'm going to go with Matt Hardy.
Okay, I'm gonna come back. I know I keep shooting you down, man, but I want you to think about this. If Matt Hardy wins it, who's he gonna start a feud with after that?
Jeff could come back.
No, he's not coming back for a while.
I have heard that he might come
He might
back.
come back at WrestleMania.
Which is not that far away.
It's 2 months away.
It's still not that far.
Yes, but no, it's actually just a little over a month away. But let's put it in this perspective. Isn't it February, March, April? Yeah. When is the Backlash pay-per-view? Isn't that the pay-per-view before
Yes.
WrestleMania?
Yes.
So, when is the Backlash pay-per-view then?
I don't know. I don't trust WWE.com anymore now.
I'll call it Fastlane.
That's next month. All right, second, Bobbit. All right, I'm adding Bobbit. So I know it's after Backlash. Cody. But when?
Fastlane, you mean? Fastlane.
No. Backlash is the Fastlane is the SmackDown pay-per-view.
Yes.
Isn't there one more Raw pay-per-view
Yes.
before? Okay, and that's Backlash. Fastlane is SmackDown. Backlash is Raw.
Yes.
That's
But
what
you're
I'm
saying it's
talking.
after Backlash. After Backlash is WrestleMania.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
After Backlash is WrestleMania. I know Fastlane comes and then Backlash comes. If I said it backwards, I'm sorry. But I meant Backlash comes after Fastlane. Yes, Cody, you don't have to raise your hand. Just say, hey, I got something. Go ahead.
They have a Backlash in 2017.
You mean 18?
It says on here May 21st.
So it might be different this year, though. So I haven't even set a date for it yet.
There's a pay-per-view before WrestleMania for Raw.
Because they're doing one for SmackDown, so they have to do one for Raw.
Well, this would be the one for Raw, but I heard they were doing another
Oh,
one.
I found it.
Oh, TSS in the chat says after Fastlane it's WrestleMania.
Okay.
It's closer upon us than even so.
So you can't beat. So there's your answer. You can't have Matt Hardy beat Braun Strowman because then your feud. Who are you going to build? Who are you going to put him in a feud with? Finn Balor? Because he's not going to beat Finn Balor at WrestleMania.
That would be a good match.
It would be a good match, but why would you want Finn Balor and Matt Hardy to wrestle at WrestleMania?
It'd be like a dream match.
What?
It'd be like a dream match.
You can't just have a match to have a dream match, though, Cody.
Especially not
You got to have a story behind it. But Finn Balor is going to be the demon at WrestleMania. You cannot beat the demon.
Correct.
You can't beat the demon. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you want Matt Hardy to win at WrestleMania if you want his gimmick to get over. You can't put him in a match with Finn Balor. That's why you got to have Bray Wyatt win this match and take Matt Hardy and go to the extreme with this Woken gimmick. I mean, go to the extreme. Like, fucking just tear into fucking Bray Wyatt. Make Bray Wyatt regret being Bray Wyatt. Because that's what he did in fucking TNA. He made Jeff Hardy regret being his brother. Do you see what I'm saying?
He did
Yes.
it in the WWE too.
Well, I mean, I'm talking
That all
about.
started in the WWE.
I'm talking about the broken gimmick.
Yeah, but that all started in
Well,
the
yeah.
WWE.
Well,
I think that's what he wanted to do. I
Yes.
think he wanted
Yes.
to bring the broken gimmick there.
I said something about that a while ago. They should have done something like that a long time ago, and the WWE could have fucking. We're gonna bring it right fucking round circle, because TNA would have been like, fuck it, we'll let them use it.
Yeah.
They had no choice. Then WWE would have been like, okay, but guess what? We're still having the rights to it, so fuck you. We'll let you use it, but guess what? We're still keeping the rights. We'll let you use it. You just, pay us, an amount of money. But it's still going to be our gimmick. You see what I'm saying?
Was it the Demon?
Yes.
Casual German's asking in the chat if the Demon was beat in NXT.
Okay. Good God, guys. NXT. Let me main roster and NXT are two totally different things, guys. Can we please understand that? Do you know who Demon Balor lost to?
Drew says Joe German.
Joe German?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Joe German?
Rain saying Samoa Joe.
Anybody else?
No.
Do you think Samoa Joe could beat Finn Balor or Demon Balor? I do.
Yeah.
I think it's legit. You know how badass Samoa Joe is? Okay. So that said, that's okay. But there is nobody. Matt Hardy can't beat Finn Balor. Matt Hardy can't even beat Demon Balor.
Matt Hardy can't move fast enough to beat Finn Balor.
Right.
Bray Wyatt can't beat Demon Balor. There's nobody right now that can beat Demon Balor. Maybe a Brock Lesnar. That's legit. Roman Reigns. Maybe kayfabe. But in real, no. Seth Rollins, maybe. There's people out there that could beat Demon Balor, but they have to build the story to beat Demon Balor. You can't tell that story in a month. You can't. He's never lost on the main roster as Demon Balor. You can't just beat a guy. Just tell a story. That makes no sense. Not that quick. You got to build it to like SummerSlam or something.
Mm-hmm.
That I could see. That I could see. Hey, Bobbit. Bobbit.
Hey, how are y'all?
Doing good, man. How you doing? Oh, fucker.
Yeah, just waiting for my opportunity to talk.
Okay, so we already picked all the matches. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna shoot everything you're gonna say about Roman Reigns down. I'm just kidding. So, we're gonna go over the matches again. I'm gonna let Bobbit pick his matches. So your first match is Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus the Miztourage on a pre-show. Who you got?
Boy.
Who you got?
Gallus and Anderson.
Okay. That's fair enough. I mean, I think that's what our consensus.
Pretty much, yeah.
And did anybody in the chat pick anybody else?
There was one or two people that said Miztourage, but...
Okay. Miztourage isn't going to beat fucking Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. It's not going to happen. If they do, fuck the WWE. They're stupid. This next match is...
Tag titles.
The tag titles. Titus Worldwide and Thebar.
I'm gonna go with the Bar retaining.
Okay. Now, so far, you're along the lines with everybody else.
Yeah. Woken Matt. No, now it's there. Now they updated their fucking website. Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
Matt Hardy
In the
versus.
preview shows.
Oh, this is a preview match. This is a pre-show match.
No, it's not actually. I'm sorry. They have a preview link for it. For every fucking match, they have a preview link.
Yeah, I don't care. We've seen Raw and SmackDown. We don't need to rehash old fucking shit. So Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
I'm gonna go with Matt Hardy.
Why? Why are you like the same? Like I was just talking with Cody. Why would you beat Matt Hardy? Why would you have Matt Hardy beat Bray Wyatt? Who are you gonna have him feud with? After
Because it furthers the feud for WrestleMania.
no,
for
it
the
don't.
final
It ends
deletion.
it. It ends it, Bobbit. Think about it. They need to have a final deletion at WrestleMania. Have Bray Wyatt. If Bray Wyatt wins this match in a squash, that takes Matt Hardy to some place in the WWE he's never been. Kayfabe story, of course. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to pick Matt Hardy, but don't just say Matt Hardy to. Yeah, you can further the feud, but the story's already been told. Why further the feud? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're going to pick Matt Hardy, pick Matt Hardy. I just want you to be wary of you're kind of ending the story if you do that. If you were booking it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next match?
His favorite. Match to determine if Nia Jax gets added to the Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania between Nia Jax and Asuka.
Asuka versus Nia Jax.
Asuka.
We do that one.
I kind of figured. Did I even need to say anything?
No.
The next match.
That would be the 2 Elimination Chamber matches.
Okay, the Ronda Rousey thing. How do you think the Ronda Rousey signing thing is going to go? We talked about that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She's gonna come out, cut a promo. That's when Stephanie's gonna come out, and they get to a cat fight, and it's not gonna really be a contract signing because we all know she's done sign that contract when she went into the Royal Rumble. It's not gonna really be a signing. It's gonna be more of a promo cat fight building up to WrestleMania.
And then they're going to have her do a kayfabe signing of the contract.
Exactly.
Okay. I kind of figured as much. Yep. And now the 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Who do you see winning the Women's Elimination Chamber? That's for the Raw Women's title.
Oh boy.
Do you need a reminder of who's in the match?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks.
Who's she going to beat?
Alexa.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but okay. That's fine. I'd actually have... I'm going to go with Bailey. I'm going to go with Bailey doing a roll-up on Sasha and Sasha turning heel.
They've tried that.
I think it'll work. I think that'll put Sasha at a heel. I think it will. I think it'll put Sasha at heel. She can't get the fuck over, so she's going to fucking turn heel. And she's going to be that bitch that she really is. And then the Men's Elimination Chamber. I already know what you're going to pick for this one.
Roman Reigns.
Who is he going to beat?
I'm going to say Seth Rollins.
Wow, I thought he'd say John Cena.
That would have been funny as hell.
I thought you were going to say John Cena.
Well, I would, but based on what we've seen from that gauntlet match, Seth was the longest one in there.
Yeah. Do you think that Monday, or do you think they're going to turn it into a triple threat match?
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's what I think's going to happen, but I would have gone... I'm going to go with Roman as well, and then have him beat... I wouldn't even say Seth Rollins. Who did I say? Finn Balor?
Yes.
Finn Balor.
And here's another thing you can write down for me. I'm saying Carmella's cashing in and not being successful.
Got a point. You got a point. I can agree with that. Hold on a second. I think the food
Is here.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's outside.
That's what I was just looking for.
Oh. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, it's already paid for. It should be.
What about that?
You want to take over? I'll go take care of it. I'm right back, guys.
You want to take this?
No, I don't need that. It's already paid for. I
What about that?
already got that.
Oh, okay. Hi, folks.
I have to go get the food. That's why I'm...
Yeah. Our yummy yummies are here.
Where the fuck did I bring my wallet in?
Okay, it's over there.
Jesus Christ. All right.
It's been one of those nights, folks, but it's been fun. Turn this around so I can see the chat. And we got Trackster in the chat. Finally. So, yes, we had a question for you, Trackster. What is the record for the women's title? Is it 7? And yes, Rain, I agree with you. It's horrible booking and horrible creative at the same time. So it's a whole big mess. That's fine, Track. Where are we? We're in a hotel in Iowa City. Because he had to work. And yeah, he dragged me with him. The record. How many, for a number of times it's been won by one person for the women's
I know.
title. What is it, Bobbit?
8.
8? Okay. So, yeah.
It's currently held by the Fabulous Moolah.
Okay. And Mickey James would be coming up on 7, right? If she won the title?
I think so. Let me look.
Oh, that's the problem, Casual German. There is no such thing as fucking storylines anymore. We don't have storylines. We have these quick little fucking matches of just garbage altogether. And then everything's thrown together in a hurry. Nothing's really talked about or advanced any further than, okay, here it is, and it's a week before the fucking pay-per-view. Or, as in the case tonight with the Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy match, 12 hours before the fucking pay-per-view, they confirmed the match finally for us. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a question for Trexter or Bobbit. If you can see the chat there, Bobbit.
I'm currently watching Billy Ricky because he's going to do the announcement for me.
Okay.
What's that?
I'll scroll back up to it.
Eyes are back. Whew. If you've ever seen a 7-foot-tall Chinese girl, I just seen one. So
the question was, what is the record for the most times any one belt has been won by one person?
Well, it's Ric Flair.
At 15 or 12?
Well, he's a 17-time world champion. Or 16-time. So it'd be 14. He's won the world heavyweight title 14 times. It's got to be Ric Flair.
Yep.
Because he holds a record. Alright, where were we talking about?
Just rehashing.
Oh, I also said, if, and mark my words, everybody, if the WWE beats Asuka, I am done with the fucking WWE.
Same here.
Wait a minute, Rain. What do you mean Raven with 30-something hardcore title belts?
You know what? Fuck I don't care about the hardcore title. Isn't fucking worth the time it's fucking made. Give me a break. Other than that, guys, I have nothing more to talk about on the Elimination Chamber. I need you to go into my chat then, or into my YouTube.
Going in now.
We're going to transition, and you're going to watch the transition happen. Just go in there and just chatting about period with Coca-Cola. Episode 11. Yeah, you have to go into mine.
I am. It says you're offline.
What? So we're going to transition, guys, into what we're going to talk about. And that is, I'm assuming that's General Soul's chicken. There we go. And there I go. Oh, they did not. No. You give me fucking. I don't know how to eat chopsticks. They didn't give me any forks. They didn't give us.
You should specify.
I didn't. How am I going to specify? Well, I'm going to be stabbing my food. Well, this ought to be interesting. They didn't give me a fork because I don't know how to fucking use chopsticks.
Alright, guys. I have the answer to the question for the titles.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to surprise everybody. Edge.
Drum roll, please, apparently.
Waiting, Bobbit.
Edge has 31 titles.
Really?
For one belt.
Oh, one belt.
Yes.
Okay. Then it'll be Flair with 16. Then John Cena's got 15.
Well, with one belt.
Yeah, that's with the World Heavyweight Championship or whatever.
Ric Flair holds 14 times.
Oh, no, I'll be some meat.
What?
I said I will be right back. I'm going to fix me some food.
Let me sit there for a second. I'm going to go see if they have forks out.
Sure.
You know how to eat with chopsticks, right?
Yes, I do.
You want a fork?
Sure.
Okay.
Most of my ass back on over here. And for that, I'm stealing one of his peppers. And there we go, we transitioned over. That went pretty smooth. Well, of course, I've lost the chat now. And don't worry, Drew, I fixed the description. Now it has the donation link in there. Because he forgets every time. Either he forgets to turn it on, or he forgets to put it in the description in the bottom.
Huh? Who farted?
You did, Bobbit.
Oh, okay.
Oh. It's very easy to use chopsticks, Matthew. And how you doing, Merge? These are tiny chopsticks. Oh, lordy. It's gonna be fun. So, yeah, it's gonna be hard. I think that's why he has me to begin with, Merge. As I try to open my chicken and it bites. There we go. Aha. You learn the art. Really?
What was
Bob?
that?
Did you move just right on your bed and make it squeak? Because your bubble lit up.
Did you just say make the bed
No.
squeak?
Yes, I did. I asked Bobbit if that's what he did.
Oh. Alright, he gave me a fork because they're so nice.
Okay.
I just show him my dick though. I'm kidding. Alright. Did you change it?
Mm-hmm. Stop that.
I want to get rid of that.
Whatever.
I'll be right there in a second, guys.
Who'd like to see my wiener?
Okay. There you go.
You want to see my dick? I'll show you entertainment. You want to see my dick?
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we transition into tonight's actual show.
Where'd the chat go?
Well, all the way down.
I'm working on it.
Keep going.
Alright. Oh, it's gonna weird people out. Oh. What?
No, good. Alright, we're going to talk about serial killers. But apparently I'm going to become a serial killer, I guess. I'm going to kill Heather. According to Joe, that's what he's going to happen. I'm going to... What am I going to do? Find toes in her mouth or something like that?
No, my toes are gonna be in your mouth because you're weird like that apparently.
So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Are you kidding me? But anyway, we're going to talk about serial killers. And the most notorious serial killer that everybody can think of is, of course, Ted Bundy. But we're not just going to talk about Ted Bundy. I'm going to let you guys talk, and I'll bring up the topic, and I will jump in. I just figured this would be a fun topic for everybody to talk about. So we will talk about serial killers. So Ted Bundy killed, I don't even know how many women it was.
It was like 8.
No, he killed more than that. Oh, he killed a lot more than that. It ranged from Washington all the way down to Florida. And he would lure people into his Volkswagen Beetle. Like he would wear a cast, or I'm sure he did other stuff, but he would wear a cast and he would lure women into his vehicle and he would kill them. Take them out into the woods or wherever and then kill them and then leave them wherever, do with the body what he will, I guess. I don't know. Another one is, if you guys want to talk about that one, that's fine. Bobbitt, Cody. What did Bobbitt leave?
No talking. I think he just wanted to leave an elimination chamber predictions.
Oh, and then left. Oh, okay, whatever. See you later, Bobbitt. It was nice talking to you. Anybody else would like to join the call? I'd greatly appreciate it.
And G, here's looking at you. You wanted this topic as much as everybody else.
Well, I can derail it and you just talk about what the fuck ever I want to talk about. I really don't want to talk wrestling, though. The only reason I did the Elimination Chamber was because, well, it's tomorrow.
You mentioned Jack the Ripper.
Yep. Hey, Bobbitt. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
What happened?
I was going to go make my big announcement.
And what's your big announcement?
Do you want me to tell y'all too?
Sure.
I'm doing the after show for Insomniac.
Oh, very nice.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Like you said, if you need help with that, let me know.
Well,
What do you know about Ted Bundy? We're talking about serial killers now.
oh. I always heard about him, but I didn't know a whole lot about him because the big serial killer for me was always the Zodiac Killer.
Hey, talk about it. You can talk about it. I remember the Zodiac Killer.
Like, the Zodiac Killer to me will always be the most intriguing serial killer there is. Not because of what he did, but the enigma around him. Nobody knows who he is, and this guy has been, he still hasn't been caught, and it's been like 20-something years later. This dude was smarter than most average people are. Like this dude is crazy.
Okay. So did you read up on him at all, or you can put yourself on camera, dude? Because I don't know much about serial killers, so you can just
Hang on a minute. I'll be right back.
He's got to put on a shirt, people.
Okay, I think you have to put on pants. We were talking about Oscar a little bit ago.
That's true.
Merch had a question.
Sure, Merch. Go ahead. If it's wrestling, I'm not answering it tonight.
No, actually, what cereal are you murdering?
I'm not even gonna. What is that? I'm not even gonna acknowledge that with a response.
You're gonna no sell it?
I'm gonna no sell it. Because I'm not killing any cereal, you dumbass. Serial killers. Trying to have a serious conversation and people make a joke out of it.
Did you get a Wilder.
I wish she could call in. If she wants to call in, talk about it, she can. If she's not too busy.
Gina, if you're free, if you want to call in, just call my Skype. That's the one he's using.
Well, I'll add her. I'll add you. Just, hey, if you want to talk about it, Gina, that's fine. You can talk about it. That's what this is about. I'd rather have you guys call in and talk about it than me. I don't know much about it. I just figured you guys like to talk about it. It's a topic other than wrestling, and we can just randomly talk.
Murray brings up the Mendez brothers.
I remember. They weren't serial killers. They only killed their parents. To be considered, if I remember correctly, and Gina, you're probably, this is right up your, kind of like up your alley, kind of. In order to be considered a serial killer, it has to be 3 or more people.
Yeah.
They only killed 2. That being said, a serial killer is not like the Florida shooter. That's a mass killing. It's not a serial killer. There's a difference. It's a sociology or psychology or sociology thing.
Yes.
And like I said, Gina, if you want to be added to the call, I'll add you. If anybody would like to be added to the call, I'll add you. We can do dead air for an hour. I don't care.
Gina said she can come on for a bit.
What?
Gina said she can come on for a bit.
All right, I'm going to add you, Gina. I promise I won't keep you up until you have to get up in half an hour before. I promise. All right. Hello, Gina. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. So you
Yeah.
brought up, who was it now?
Christopher Wilder.
Okay, so who is he? Because I mean, the only reason, like I said, the only reason I brought up this topic is because it was a topic. There was a couple of people who were like, let's talk about serial killers. I'm like, all right, let's talk about it. So who is Christopher Wilder?
Christopher Wilder was a serial killer. He was actually born in Sydney, Australia, but he moved to the United States when he was younger, and he lived in Florida. He was a contractor and held his own business, very, very well known, very likable person, but nobody knew underneath it all he secretly was like kidnapping women, and he would torture them for days, like days on end, until he finally got sick of them and he would kill them.
Oh, wow.
And he actually, I believe it was in the 1980s, he went across the nation on a serial killing spree, and he left, I want to say it was like seven women's bodies.
Wow.
All across the United States, from Florida all the way to California. And then he finally ultimately kidnapped a teenage girl, and the teenage girl was like, she was able to talk him into letting her go. But that was actually his downfall, and he ended up committing suicide because the cops were obviously after him, because they figured out who he was when he was in like Kansas, I think it was, already.
Okay.
But they just couldn't catch up to him because he was moving so quickly. And I mean, he was kidnapping women, and bodies were dropping like every 2 days.
Wow.
And the way that this guy would torture these women was just the most sadistic shit I have ever researched in my entire life. Like, he would electrocute them. He would take them to hotel rooms, and he would like strip the wires off of a lamp and literally make them into like little electrocution torture devices.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he would like electrocute them all over their body, including like their, private regions and all of that stuff. He would manipulate, like cut them open. It was really fucking gruesome shit. And for that, he stuck with me. I actually did a thesis paper on him.
Okay. So you kind of know about serial killers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit, because I was in school for criminology.
So you heard what I said. When, in order to be considered a serial killer, you have had to have killed 3 or more people.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And not at one time.
No, not at one time. That's a mass killer. Usually it's after the second person. If after the second person, as long as they're not killed together, after the second person, if it's the same MO, then they usually think, okay, this might be a serial killer, but it's usually definitely after that third victim where they're like, okay, we have a serial killer on our hands, especially if it's the same MO at every scene.
Okay. So I was right in my assumption. Okay. And I know Heather said that yes, and I'm not saying that Heather's wrong. I just, wanted to get 2 ears on it so that nobody came back to me and said, that's not true. If you kill more than one person, then you're considered a serial killer. No.
Hey,
It's
folks,
3 or more.
Just remember, before JP, I was dating an NYPD detective. So
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Heather knows.
So I have my ends, motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. So yeah. The only serial killer that I really paid attention to, and I don't think Ed Gein was considered a serial killer.
NG just mentioned him.
Because he only killed 2 people that they know of.
Yes, and Rain mentioned Charles Manson in the chat as well, and he technically was not a serial killer because he didn't commit the killings himself. He persuaded other people to do it, so
now,
technically...
Tex Cobb was a serial killer.
Yes.
And then he joined the Manson clan.
Yes.
Right.
The other girls, that were mass murders. They killed more than one person.
Oh, yeah.
At one time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his followers ended up being serial killers, because they killed I don't even know how many people they killed, but they killed a lot of people. But Manson himself, that's why he was in prison for things, like he was never in prison for murder because they couldn't really link him to the actual murders themselves. I can't remember what he got. He got something along the lines of murder, but it was not first degree murder because he didn't do them. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, but he didn't actually commit the murders himself, so they couldn't nail him with that.
Yeah, he was the mastermind behind it.
Yeah.
So he had not conspiracy, but he was like the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of what that's called. I don't have a legal expert here.
Yeah, we need Chad.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so let me see what else. Who else was there? Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer in Wisconsin. He was a serial killer in Milwaukee. He tried so weird because I remember the story so distinctively, and I think I was like, I was in high school when he did that. This was like 1986 or something like that. I don't remember.
I thought it was 88.
Okay, then I was a sophomore in high school then. He would inject their brains with a drug and make them like a zombie, but they ended up dying or something. He tried keeping them alive and having them in a zombie state. Everybody remember Silence of the Lambs when they... That's what he tried doing. He didn't eat the bodies, but once they would die, he would put them in acid or whatever, and then they would, it was weird.
It says here between 78 and 91.
Oh, really? So I was a senior in high school then. Good goddamn. And you like boys, so thank God I wasn't in fucking Milwaukee.
It wasn't just boys, it was also men. Young men.
So, yeah. Go ahead.
What about Son of Sam?
There's another one. Adam Dershowitz. I know about. I mean, I went to college. I had to do a sociology paper on serial killers, but I never really got too in depth with it. But I kind of intrigued by them because I watch a lot of investigation Discovery sometimes, and like whenever there's a story of like a serial killer on there, I'll watch it.
Yeah. I was just watching one the other day about what was that guy's name? John Wayne Gacy.
Mm-hmm. He was in Chicago.
Yeah, that one was really interesting. I don't even remember what I was watching that on. I think it was Netflix. But I don't know, I watched so many of them, they just kind of start bleeding together.
Yep.
You know, you guys are coming up with some great names in the chat. You can be part of the show. If you want to call in, let me know. Especially you, Trek, because we know yours now.
No, I mean, go ahead, Gina.
I was just going to say, I wonder if Trek's seen what I put on Twitter for him yet.
I don't know. What'd you put?
It's I took an encyclopedia, and it says Trekster's Book of Knowledge, and then it says WWE Edition on the bottom.
So here's my Trekopedia. Him and Bob at both. I asked them both a lot of questions. So yeah, I mean, I don't know much about serial killers, but like I said, this show is for you guys. If you want to talk about this stuff, just fine. I mean, we can continue to talk.
Cody, all you have to do is speak up and say you have one.
Yeah, say something, man.
I got one, Luis Alfredo Gilberto.
Never heard of him.
He was known as the Beast. He had killed 138 victims.
Okay, where was this at?
In Colombia.
Okay. Do you know anything about that, Gina? Or do you
No, actually I didn't know about that one.
Well, elaborate. Is there any more on that?
Yeah, he would rape these small children.
Mm-hmm.
And like stick sharp objects up their rectum areas.
Oof.
Okay.
And up their testicles too.
Ooh. This guy went fucking all out.
Yes, he did, and he would bite them too.
I think I might have heard about him. The description of that sounds kind of familiar.
There's one I'm surprised that nobody's really mentioned yet. That's the Long Island Freeway Killer.
I don't remember that. I remember.
Because he's still out there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. So scary.
It is.
All the bodies found on Lido Beach on Long Island. Not that far away from where I live. Or lived.
Thank God she's here. Jesus.
There was a serial killer in Minnesota.
Yeah, I knew that.
They Billy Glaze, and they suspected that he raped and murdered anywhere between 3 to 20 women.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he actually died in 2015, but I was just reading that one of the cases that they had against him, they were questioning his guilt in it, because apparently DNA evidence had surfaced.
Okay.
But yet he admitted to it, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, Minnesota doesn't see. I mean, we have crime, obviously, but we don't see a lot of serial killers. But
it's the same as Wisconsin. You don't see it too often. I mean, you see more murders than you do serial killings.
Yeah.
I mean, in Madison alone, we have at least one shooting a day.
Yeah.
And I mean, Madison's a city, but it's still a small city. It's not a huge city. You don't have 200,000 people. So to see a shooting or 2 shootings or 3 shootings every day, or a bank robbery every day, or a robbery of some kind of every day, is kind of shocking because it's only 45 minutes away from where I live. Because Madison used to be a really quiet city, and it wasn't. I mean, sure, you'd have normal violence, but not a shooting every day, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of how it is in Minnesota too. You'll hear about a shooting every once in a while. Up in the cities, it's a lot more common, just because there's a lot more gangs and stuff up there. But it like I said, it's usually gang violence and not like serial killer type stuff.
Okay.
For some odd reason, for me, it seems like a lot more of the serial killers happen in like Florida, Texas, you know, like those southern states. And I don't know if it's just because they have more time when it's warm or what's going on.
Who knows? Who knows?
It's easier to hide a body in a fucking unfrozen ground.
Right.
Have y'all heard of Pedro Lopez?
Pedro Lopez. Is that what you said?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so. I've never heard of him.
He was a Colombian serial killer who was sentenced for killing 110 girls, but who claims to have raped and killed more than 300 girls across Colombia, Peru, and Ecuador.
Wow. That's insane, man. Insane.
Yeah.
Alright, get off of Colombia. What is it with you in Colombia, dude? I'm kidding, man. So, yeah.
I think Colombia probably has a lot more, not just Colombia, but Brazil, you know, any kind of place that has a lot of drug trafficking or anything like that probably has a lot of higher serial killers and such.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Gary Ridgway count?
Yep, the Green River Killer. I said something about him the other day. I remember him. His story intrigues me quite a bit. Now, I do want to say this. I'm not saying that I feel one bit sorry for any of these guys that killed people. Where I do feel sorry for them is a lot of the MO of some serial killers, the most notorious ones like Gary Ridgway. I don't know so much about Ted Bundy. Gary Ridgway is one of them, where they were Jeffrey Dahmer was neglected as a child. I think he was abused too. Like I said, I'm not excusing them for what they did.
Sorry for their circumstances.
I'm sorry for I'm sorry for the circumstances that got them in that situation. I don't feel sorry for them. They didn't ask for the help. They felt that they needed to take it out on something else or someone else to make themselves feel better, which does not excuse anything. Because there is help out there.
Well, back in the day, there wasn't.
Well, there was. I mean, Gina, you're going to school to become a social worker? Is that right?
Yep.
See, there's social workers out there. They could have gone. Just saying.
Well,
go ahead, Gina. You're knowledgeable about this. You know about all this shit.
It all depends because, like, prior to like the 1970s, I'm gonna say, well, actually, even still then, not as much, but in the 50s and 60s, mental health issues were not something that was deemed viable. You know, like they dealt with mental health in different ways. They would put people in the insane asylums. You know, they would they thought that they could literally give them lobotomies in order to fix them, or you know, they would give them electric shock therapy, and that happened all the way up until like the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
And then after that, mental health still came with like a huge stigma. It wasn't really until like the late 90s, early 2000s that mental health really started becoming more enlightened and people started realizing that it is an actual issue. And it's not just something that's just fucked up in your brain, you know? I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, still today, they still have, mental health isn't... They don't blame mental health, they blame video games.
Yeah, I mean, you know, mental health issues, it's really, really hard to put any kind of serial killer or killing or anything like that, or mass shooting, anything like that. I mean, I understand that people have mental health issues, but I myself battle mental health issues, you know, and so having a mental health issue alone is not a reason enough. That's not enough reason, I should say, to go on a giant killing spree. Well, you know.
No,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like and then the blaming the video games and such. That's just bullshit. I have never been one to say, oh, blame the media. You know.
Right.
Bottom line, if you're letting your kids play video games like that, then that's on you. That's not on the media. That's not on the video game creators or anything like that. Especially if your child is dealing with mental health issues, you shouldn't be allowing them to play deadly video games if you don't think that they can tell the difference between reality and gameplay. You know,
it's not even it's that too, but it's not just that. Think about this. So I let my daughter play video games. I let her play Call of Duty or whatever. I'm just using this as an example. It is my responsibility as a parent to not only tell her, hey, this is not real.
Exactly. I mean, my 15-year-old son who battles manic depressive disorder and severe anxiety disorder, he plays video games. Mm-hmm. Call of Duty, Fortnite, all those games. But the thing is, I taught him to know the difference between reality and video games.
Right. And also teaching them the difference between reality and video games, and also monitoring them, being a fucking parent and saying, Mom, I'm going to go out. Well, what are you doing? Where some parents will just say, I'm going out. And some parents, and I've seen it, okay, well, have fun. Okay, you aren't gonna, what are you doing? Me as a parent, whenever my daughter went out, I said, where are you going? What are you doing? Where are you staying? If you're not coming home, please let me know. I want to know where you are. Not every 5 minutes, but I would like to know every time you go somewhere. Tell me where you're going, so in case I have to come and get you or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want my daughter, like what I was trying, like I'm going to say, you can tell the child's behavior if they're being distant. You know what I mean? They're being really distant with you. They're like really secretive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to. That's what being a parent is being involved in your child's fucking life.
I can read my son like a damn book. Okay, it's to the point. I'm like a detective almost with him because I can sniff out when he's lying. One, he cannot look me in the eye if he is lying to me.
That's all mothers. My mother could catch me in a lie.
Yeah, Austin cannot. He cannot look me in the eye and lie to me without either one, looking away, or two, laughing.
Right.
Because he just can't do it. He's been like that since he was a kid.
Right. So, I mean, it's just being a parent, being involved in your child's life. Yes, you're sitting there, your son's playing Call of Duty. You just say, I'm going to sit here and watch you play. I mean, just going to sit here and hang out with my son for a little bit, whatever. And your son be like, why do you want to sit here and watch me? I don't know, I just want to hang out with you for a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of weird that a mother wants to hang out with her son while he's playing video games, but it's called being involved in your child's life.
Oh,
and
yes.
That's the problem today. Mm-hmm. Is parents are not doing their job. They're letting their kids run fucking ragged, and then shit like what happened the other day happens. Because they're not involved in their kid's life.
I could not agree more. Parents today are too concerned with being their child's friend versus being their parent. They don't want their kids mad at them.
And it has come out that this kid had a mental health issue. Yes. Okay, well that's great. So you're going to let this kid get a fucking gun and then allow him to fucking shoot it. The fuck is going on today?
Well, and that's one big thing that is huge for me. I know, I can't remember if it was Joe or somebody on somebody's show the other day said something about if they have a man around to teach them how to shoot. Well, I had to point out, of course, or a female that knows how to use guns, because I taught my son how to shoot. Mm-hmm. When he was 12 years old, he went and he got his gun permit. He went through all the classes, all of the steps. My son, he knows not to touch a gun unless myself or my dad or my mom are around.
Right.
And he knows all of the rules, and that's And most importantly, our guns are locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't personally have guns at my house because I can't, but all of my guns are at my mom and dad's,
Okay.
and they are all locked up. Those kids cannot touch them.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I don't understand how people can buy a gun, let's say a semi-automatic shotgun or whatever, you know, or machine gun, I meant to say, and then they're keeping it in their closet.
Right.
Or, you know, you have a fucking handgun underneath your bed. I mean, what do you think when you have small children?
Right. Here's the thing. The kid used an AR-15, right?
Yeah.
Here's my standing on this. What is an AR-15?
It's an automatic weapon.
No, it's not.
Or, well, AR actually stands for the brand of the company that makes it, but...
An AR-15 is a semi-automatic weapon, which is clipped. It's a clipped gun. Rifle, I'm going to call it. It is the same style, same type of weapon that I carried for 23 years in the military. It is the same as an M16 A2 or A4 rifle, which in turn the AR-15 can be, and there ain't a fucking person that can tell me that it's not. I did 23 years in the military. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can be modified to become an automatic weapon. Or can be modified to be a burst weapon. Now, burst means 3 rapid fire shots. All you need is the bolt, and the I can't think of what it's called. The switch that you use to move it from safe to semi, or safe to fucking burst. That's all you need. That is it. That is all you need to turn that weapon into an M16. It is the exact same thing.
Well, you know, I think that a lot of the issues that are happening with both mass shooters and serial killers, there's a lot of issues that go into it. You can't just blame one thing, one specific thing, because as we learn in social work class, any kind of career that you're going to take, whether it be psychology, social work, anything like that, you're going to learn about the different perspectives that go into how a person thinks and what molds a person into being who they are. So you take the psychological factors and the mental health factors and their social environments, you know, were they isolated, were they bullied, you know, all this stuff. There's so many different things that go into making a person the way that they are.
Right.
So for me, it's really hard to blame just one specific thing when you find a mass shooting or a serial killer that happens.
Right.
Because there's just so much that goes into making that person the way that they are. It's like shit just piles on top of each other.
Yep. No, you're 100% right. I totally 100% agree with you. I mean, society, and it comes back to this way, it's society. It's social behaviors. I mean, I'm sure Gina can kind of agree with what I'm saying. It's social behaviors and what kids see people doing in society today. They think it's okay to do it.
Yes, and I know I've been talking a lot, so this is the last thing I'll say for a little bit. But I agree with that. And one of my biggest triggers is the news, because the news is sitting here and whenever there's a mass school shooting, they're there immediately, and their video. They're taping these kids that have just gone through the most horrific event in their entire life. They've watched people die, and they're making money off of it, and then they're glorifying it. So then kids that are having issues are watching this stuff on the news, and they're saying, they're not going in their head, oh man, that's bad. They're saying, hey, wait, you know, like, if I do this, then I can get on the news. You know, it's glorifying it.
Right. I was on Twitter, when was that? The day after it happened. Remember that? And they had that one girl, she was interviewed by fucking Good Morning America. And I'm like, why? Where are the fucking parents in this? This kid just traumatized. The kid didn't even want to talk.
That is the
Yeah.
parents behind the kid. Those are the
Why would they
parents-
put her through that? Why would they put...
Those are the parents that fucking sit there, oh, my child was through this horrific ordeal, let us make some money off of it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have, I'm not trying to get political here, but then you have the left agenda that is so not anti-guns really, but gun control.
No, they're anti-gun.
Yeah,
They're
that is
anti-gun.
pushing these kids, especially the kids from the Florida shooting. They're, I don't want to say pushing, they're more encouraging these kids and their parents to start speaking out about gun control, which I find there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if that's their beliefs, they've just been through a horrific, life-changing event. So of course they're going to be anti-guns.
This is the last time you'll hear me use the term gun control. Can we not call it that? Can we call it people control?
Thank you.
Yeah. Or I think
Because if you're gonna call,
regulations.
If you're gonna call it that, you know what? Let's take away fucking knives. Let's take away cars, because they can kill just as fucking easy as a gun can. But guess what's behind that knife? Guess what's behind that car? Guess what's behind that gun? It's not a fucking robot. It's a fucking human fucking being. It takes somebody to pull the fucking trigger or press on the gas or throw that knife or lunge that knife into something or somebody.
Hell, the fucking fork and chopsticks we use for dinner tonight.
I could stab the shit out of Heather with this, which Joe thinks is I'm gonna do. You know.
No, let's not do that.
No, I'm not going to.
No.
He said it last night on Monetize This, I guess.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, anything. I could throw this at Heather and it could kill her. I'm talking about a Pepsi bottle. I mean, come on, people. It's stop calling it gun control. Stop calling it, just call it people control. If we can educate people on the dangers of these weapons, kids especially in the state of Wisconsin, in order to carry a gun of any kind, you have to go through what is called hunter's safety. You have to learn how to carry. You have to learn how to shoot properly. You have to learn how to put it away, or store it. If you fail that class, you cannot carry in the state of Wisconsin.
Exactly, and that's the same here, and that's what I was saying, that I put my son through it. Every kid should go through it, whether you're going to have guns or not.
And I don't have guns, but I went through it. I hunted. I don't anymore. My brother wants me to go, but I just don't have the energy to hunt. But yeah, hunter safety is not a bad course. It teaches you the proper way to carry, fire, and store a rifle or a gun. And in the state of Wisconsin, this concealed carry is legal. That's why you have to go through hunter safety. That was one of the things that our state said. If we're going to allow conceal carry, we must have hunter safety. So, and that's why.
And like I said, I think that every child, whether you're going to have your child around guns or not, whether they're going to hunt or not, I think that it's just something that every child should be required to go through in case they happen to come upon a gun at some point in time in their life.
100%. And Heather raised her hand, so she's in agreement with you. I tell you, my children, never carried or never will carry a rifle or a pistol or a gun. Now, that being said, in order to hunt. Now, with me personally, I would have my brother do it. I mean, I know how to carry a weapon. I did it for 23 years. I would still allow my child to go out and shoot with me. I'd be with them. I wouldn't let them go by themselves. They would still have to go through hunter safety. But I'd go on private land of my families and say, okay, we're going to teach you how to shoot. But you're still going to go through hunter safety. Don't think that you're just not going to go through it. You're still going to go through it. That's the way I was brought up. Before I could carry a gun, my grandfather said, you will go through hunter safety. I will teach you how to shoot, but you will go through hunter safety. But you're teaching. Don't argue with me, little fucker. I'll knock you out. Just kidding.
What is happening?
I'm just ranting. But, so yeah. I agree with you 100%. Hunter safety all the way. It teaches you the proper way to carry stuff. How's it going, Trek?
Good, man. How are you tonight?
Say it again?
I learned through the NRA program on Long Island.
There you go, the NRA. Here's another thing that pisses me the fuck off. Sorry, I don't mean to intrude on you because Heather brought up a great point. The NRA, they're blaming the NRA that they're telling people to go out and shoot other people. That's what the left is doing, people. That is what the far left, and I'm talking Obama people, are telling. Nancy Pelosi is saying the NRA is telling people to go out and shoot other people because they don't want people to have guns. They want guns gone. Period. And it's so frustrating because this country was founded on people that had guns in their homes to protect themselves. Does anybody disagree with what I just said?
Nope.
No, I agree, man. That's good.
Gina, I did. You said something.
I completely agree with you.
I mean, Jesus Christ, the Revolutionary War. We would not have won the Revolutionary War without fucking civilian people with guns. Just saying.
Exactly. They keep on wanting to pin the problem on guns, but like you pointed out earlier, JP, a gun does not fire itself. It is the mind that is behind the gun.
Yeah, it's the person behind the weapon, yes.
It's a machine that cannot operate on its own.
Nope. It has to be turned on or triggered in order to work. So that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah. But I do have to say, with that being said, if they would come up with regulations that are reasonable, as far as extensive background checks, stuff like that, like Australia did it. If you take Australia, they can still own guns. It's just like certain weapons are banned. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more difficult here to ban those weapons because they're freaking everywhere coming in illegally. But if they would do something like Australia where it was just more regulated, then I would be perfectly fine with it. Because if it means saving one child, then I'm willing to wait months and months for my gun.
I have no problem with extensive background.
Absolutely. I said it from the fucking beginning.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said it. And I am... A lot of the people that are on the side with me don't think that should happen. And I'm like, well, why not? So what you're telling me is you don't think you're mentally capable to carry a weapon. Is that what you're saying to me? I'm talking to people. Are you afraid that you're not going to be able to get to carry a weapon if you have to have an extensive background?
I'll be right back.
So that to me just throws up a red flag immediately. I think you should have an extensive background check.
And extensive mental check as well.
I'm going to put it to you like this. I did 23 years in the military. If we had a soldier that got busted for drinking people in the Army, you were not allowed to carry a weapon. If you got busted for if I was in the military and I accidentally, if I slapped Heather or hit her, I could not carry a weapon. And she turned me in. Just saying.
Yeah.
She turned me in for hitting her, and I would never hit a woman. Just so everybody knows, never hit a woman. I wouldn't be able to carry a weapon. What's that telling you? If I threaten to kill myself, obviously I should not carry a weapon.
Yes.
Or be around anything that I could harm myself with. I have literally had to escort somebody, and we had to take not every article of clothing, like the belt. I had to take his belt away from him.
Do you think you'd be used to hang him?
I had to make sure he didn't have 550 cord in his rucksack. I had to go through everything of his so that he couldn't hurt himself. I couldn't even let the guy I couldn't sleep. I had to sit there and watch this kid. the entire time. He was on suicide watch. We put him on suicide watch. We had to do 3-hour increments where we had to sit up and watch this guy for 3 fucking hours. I mean, just sit there and watch him. Did it creep him out? A little bit, but he figured out that we weren't fucking around. So, I mean, that's the kind of that's the kind of regulations that we need to have. If the Army says, and I get busted for drinking and I can't carry a weapon, if you get caught if you get a drunk driving ticket, you shouldn't carry a weapon.
Exactly.
You can't drive. You're not supposed to drive. That's a weapon. Somebody can drive you wherever you need to go. Just don't call me. Just saying. So, that being said, I mean, as far as regulation goes, I agree with you, Gina, 100%. There needs to be something, some way, somehow, to get the left to understand that taking away guns is not the answer.
It's not a viable solution because you're never going to get guns away from every American citizen. I mean, it is going to turn into a freaking war. It will be a civil war before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Gina, you're never going to get all the illegal guns off the street either.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. So I think instead of focusing so much on guns, we need to just, like you said before, JP, like focus on people, social environments. Get these kids some help. Like, these kids show signs beforehand. I think there's only been maybe a couple of school shooters that people were like, oh my God, I never would have guessed this. Otherwise it's always been, we knew it, this kid was crazy, he was out, blah, 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 blah. They're showing signs. It's time to do something about it.
Right.
And stop acting like a teenager. Of course they have rights, okay? Of course they have rights. They're human beings, they have rights. However, stop giving them the rights of adults. They should not have the same right to privacy as an adult has. I'm sorry, my 15-year-old son, if I want to go through his shit, I'm going to go through his shit.
You're his mother.
Exactly, I'm his mother. If he did something wrong in school and the school went through his locker, I would have no issue with that because he fucked up.
My mother said, this is my house. This is what she said to me. And I never disagreed with her. I never disagreed with my mother because she'd have knocked me the fuck out. She said, this is my house. If you want to live in my house, not now, because I'm 45 years old and I think I've grown up since then, maybe a little bit. This is my house. If you're living here, this is my bedroom. I can come in here anytime. I will knock if you're here. But this is my house. If I'm washing your clothes, if I am cleaning your room, which you should clean your own room, which I never fucking did, but I do now a little bit. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm the adult here, you're the child. You do as I say.
Yeah.
I mean, I never question my mother.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, teenagers these days, they've gotten to the. Thank you. Exactly.
I don't call it the millennials anymore. I call it the entitled generation.
Yeah, they feel like they're just entitled and they have all of these same rights that adults have, and that's where when you start giving them all of the rights that they would have if they were 18 years old and out of their parents' house, then that is literally taking all of the power away from the parents, away from the teachers or principals, whoever's in charge of them. It's taking their power away and giving it all to the kids, and then you just get a bunch of spoiled, rotten kids who think that they can do and say whatever they want. And it's usually one or two kids that end up getting the brunt out of basically the entire school population, and that's where you end up with mass shootings.
Right. Yeah, no, there's people saying we're talking about serial killers, but you know what? this is actually a good thing. We kind of still are. We're talking about what happened. And that's not a serial killer thing, but we're talking about what are we talking about? We're talking about the social environment that could lead
that could
lead to what serial killers do.
Yeah, we're kind of talking about inside the serial killer's mind.
Yes. Because if this kid would not have been caught, there's no telling what this kid would have done or could have continued to do. Thank God he got caught. But I think he got caught on purpose because he knew what he did. So, whatever. But I know this is about serial killer. I would much rather have this conversation because it needs to be talked about.
Yes.
Instead of hiding behind the media and letting the media handle it, we as a society need to discuss this. And I don't mind if somebody is out there that feels differently that I do or Gina does or, Cody, how do you feel about this? Do you agreeing with what we are saying or do you disagree? And it's okay if you disagree, but I want to hear why you disagree with it.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Okay, that's fine. I know I haven't gotten anybody. It's me and Gina talking back and forth, but
I've said a few things.
And Heather, I've let her say 2 words, but she just flipped me off. That's a weapon. I'm just kidding. So
well, this right hook with these rings, yeah.
But no, if anybody disagrees or feels differently, it's okay to say so. I'm not gonna berate you, but don't come at us with the argument of, well, people are doing this all the time. This has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's not just a thing that just started happening. This was going on. Columbine happened long before Trump got into fucking office, people. It happened during fucking Bill Clinton, when Bill Clinton was in office. So don't play that fucking game that it only happens when a fucking Republican is in an office. Because that's a
really
fucking horseshit fucking line. I hate that fucking garbage.
If you really want to go back in time, then go back to the 1960s or 70s. I can't remember which one it was, when Charles Whitman shot up a school, a college.
Gina, how about going back to the Salem witch trials?
Thank you. Yes.
There were no video games back then. There was no fucking huge separation of political party that was notable back then.
If there's anybody in this chat that feels differently, and I don't mean to scare you into not coming on here and talking about it, because it needs to be talked about. Just don't come I was just using that as an example. Don't come at me or Gina or Heather with an argument of, no, you guys are completely wrong. I want you to think like I do. That's never going to happen. I agree that we need to talk about it. I agree that there needs to be regulations of some kind, but you are not going to take my gun away from me. Ever. And if you think you are, try it.
Well, and there's so many people that use the Second Amendment. We have a Second Amendment right to bear arms, okay? But everybody's saying that it's so outdated, which I agree, it is outdated. It doesn't include semi-automatic weapons, automatic weapons, nothing like that.
No.
However, if you wanted to throw that argument out now, then where were you? Why weren't you throwing this argument out back prior to Columbine, prior to the whole semi-automatic weapon and all that? Why weren't you throwing this argument out then? Because the Second Amendment also does not cover shotguns, handguns, anything like that. Because back then, all they had was fucking muskets.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gina, the meme that Dave Rose actually shared explains the whole thing perfectly.
I didn't see that. I have to check
think
that
Nate
out.
also shared it. If not Nate, then Chad shared it.
What's that?
I gotta find it because there's a long name, but basically he was going through all the different weapons that they had back then to defend the family with. With the musket, you shot a hole this big in a guy, so he was dead instantly.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. Now that you said it.
The kids at Columbine actually used automatic weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They used it. One kid used an Uzi.
Alright, so I watched Chad who shared it. If you want to go look.
So And that was during when Bill Clinton was in office. So don't throw at me that it only happens when there's a Republican in office, because that's fucking bullshit.
And everybody in the chat pretty much agrees with
Yeah, and I find it hilarious that, not the first, obviously not the first mass school shooting, but when you think about our time, in our era or whatever, when we think about the first mass school shooting that we remember, it's Columbine. For me anyway, because I was at home sick my sophomore year when Columbine
I
happened.
was in school.
I was. When did that happen?
1999.
Yep. Fucking A.
Yeah.
Damn, I was 27.
Yeah, but I was sophomore in high school and I just happened to be home sick that day, so I remember that happening.
Yes.
But it's ironic because that, like you said, that happened during Bill Clinton's presidency, but now the Clintons are like the number one people against, gun control. Well, where was that from Bill Clinton when Columbine happened?
He was using their school.
Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking it didn't, but it did. Because I said 1999, I'm like, fuck you. That was not during Clinton. Because I almost put my foot in my mouth, but it was because George Bush Sr. took over in 2001. So, yeah. Okay. So it was during Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but my question is, where was the call for mass gun control then?
There was.
Because Clinton was in office, and you look now, and Hillary and Bill are two of the biggest proponents for gun reform. So where was that when he was in office? Why weren't they claiming it then?
And they were doing prayers and condolences too. But Donald Trump does it, and it's the fucking wrong answer. I don't fucking understand fucking society. That's another thing with society today. And I'll get political. I do not give a fuck.
I have just been informed that Trek has something to say. I'm sorry.
I know. Trek's been wanting to say something for like the last 45 minutes, I think.
And as soon as you're done, Trek, I have to correct NG on something. So
yeah,
let me know when you're done.
Quickly, I'm actually going to hop off so that Trek can actually talk for a while. But thank you guys so much for having me on.
No problem, Gina. Thank you for coming on and enlightening us on the mind of a serial killer, though. I appreciate it.
No problem.
You know what I meant by that. No, Gina's not a serial killer. I'm just saying.
Quite the opposite. I'm like the biggest love bug that you'll ever find.
That's true. Hey, like I said, just give me a second, Trek. March 24th and 25th, I'm going to be up in Mankato. So we will for sure try to get with you.
Yeah. Just let me know. I can hear myself. Just let me know a few days ahead of time, and we'll definitely get together.
Okay. Well, I'll put it in. I'm actually Mondays when I'm going to put it in. I'll let you know if it's go or not go.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Talk to you later, Gina.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Hey, Gina.
Now, what's up, Trexter? I know you want to say something. Say something, motherfucker. Say something. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, say whatever you have to say.
Oh, no, it's cool. I was just writing that in mind, and I was talking to Sarah on the other end, and she says hi to everyone. And
hello.
I was a kid when the whole thing with Jeffrey Dahmer went down. It scared the living shit out of me, because I was like, I knew that this guy was sick. And then to hear what they found when they raided his home, I guess, would be like, I keep wanting to say his cult, but that's not right. His home or whatever it was being. Dude, they found so much nasty shit. It was bad. It was bad.
I know.
I remember there was a movie that was supposed to come out around then called Body Parts with Jeff Fahey, and they actually had to delay that movie because they were so afraid that people were going to connect it with Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, after watching the movie, I'm like, how the hell would you connect that?
They actually made a movie about Jeffrey Dahmer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Jeremy Reeves.
Wasn't it Jeremy Renner?
Renner, that's it.
Yeah, it was a weird movie, but it was okay. But yeah. So is that all you had? Go ahead.
And then with the Columbine thing, I remember I was in. I think it was my first year. Yeah, it was my first year of college. I was in there because I graduated in '98, and just hearing all that crap went down, and like seeing that people were. I remember that being a big Buffy fan, that there was they had to cut part of the season finale that year, and people were bitching about it. I'm like, sensitivity to what happened. It's like, yeah, it's a fantasy show, but it's like you connect that with people graduating, it goes out the door from fantasy, it goes back to reality, because that's something everyone can understand.
Okay, so, and this is where I think the problem started. Just give me a second.
No.
This is where the problem started with fucking society. I understand the whole sensitivity thing, but I'm going to go back to, remember when the bombing happened in London and they did the whole gimmick with Muhammad Hassan?
Yep.
And the Undertaker, and then they said put a kibosh to that shit now.
Yeah, UPN killed it.
That was bullshit. It's a fucking story.
Yeah, it was just a weird coincidence that it happened, and the fact of the matter that the editors on that thing didn't look at it on SmackDown and say, we could pull this out, or we could just leave it in. It has nothing to do with it. And then the network flips out. It's like, seriously?
It's just a story. And if it comes back to the parents thing, if you don't want your kids to fucking watch it, don't tell them they can't fucking watch it. I don't want to
change the channel.
I don't want to hear the fucking garbage that, this is just too sensitive for me. Really? Yeah. You're a fucking grown ass fucking human being. You can't tell the difference between reality and fake.
I agree.
Fuck up.
I agree. And then I was like, I've been a wrestling fan since I was 5 years old. And I saw similarities, but all I knew is it was a coincidence that happened, that's what happened. So that they had to put a warning on the episode. They had to put a warning on the episode saying this was similar to what happened in London that day. It's like, seriously? It got taped 3 days before?
That is actually not a bad thing to do. That's not a bad thing to do. But to not let Muhammad Hassan, who had a promising career in the WWE, and then to just end the storyline with him? Come on. Too sensitive.
They ended it. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. It was just too sensitive. Now, hold on, Trek. Just give me a second. I know Heather wants to correct NG on something. Go ahead, Heather.
Yes, he said in the chat that the women of the Salem witch trials were actually just tripping on LSD. Honey, no.
Uh-huh.
No. Wherever you heard that story was completely wrong. Those women were put on trial wrongly because they were thought to be witches. Hence the name, the Salem witch trial.
That happened in the 1600s, man. LSD wasn't a thing.
And they were burned alive at the fucking stake.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to this, a lot of times it was prominent men within the community who were having an affair with somebody that was not their wife. Guess what happened? She bewitched me. She's a witch. Please save my soul. And that woman got burned at the stake. Because politician number one couldn't keep the dick in the pants. So that is the true story behind... I know I'm killing them, but... That is the true story behind the Salem witch trials. Whoever told you that the women themselves, were tripping on LSD, had no fucking clue what they were talking about.
LSD wasn't a thing back then. Okay, go ahead, Trek. I know you probably had a little bit more. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's cool. I didn't mind waiting, and but yeah, I remember that when the whole SmackDown thing happened, and then to write him off, they wrote him off with the Great American Bash by having Taker last ride his ass through the stage, and we never saw him again. I'm like, that's bullshit. It's like they couldn't even give the guy a second chance. Like they could have had him turn face, and just say, he was sick of all the crap, but turned him face. It's like, but they didn't care. The UPN's like, write him off. Like what happened with to put it a different way, when Hogan got in trouble, USA was like, get him the hell out of there. They didn't even that was a different thing, but USA was just like, get him the fuck off the show.
Oh, I know. No, you're good, man. I mean, I didn't want to talk WWE, really. I just wanted to use that analogy with kind of what we're talking about. Because there's a lot of WWE fans in the chat. I get it. I just wanted to use that analogy. That's how sensitive our society has gotten.
No, that's a good analogy. I like that one.
I get 2001 happened, but now I'm going to use this. Here's why I hate Democrats. So the Democrats believed that we started a war in Afghanistan to better our stance on the oil industry. Yes, there's oil in Afghanistan. But we didn't start a war in Afghanistan to take over the oil industry in Afghanistan. We started a war in Afghanistan to fight a certain fucknut, 6'5", 110-pound Osama bin Laden, who and I can't think of their fucking name, with the government. What the fuck are they called? The Taliban.
Taliban?
The Taliban was the government there, and they were harboring him. And the Taliban told the United States, you can go fuck
Hang on,
yourself.
guys. I'll be right back, okay?
Yep. The Taliban said...
I'll be right back, guys.
Yes, we heard you. The Taliban said, hey, United States, go fuck yourself. And the United States said, no, we're not going to go fuck ourselves. We're going to come and fuck you. That's why the war in Afghanistan started. Iraq started. It started because the UN, Saddam Hussein would not let the UN come in and inspect their plants, their nuclear power plants that they had supposedly had, that was being reconned and intel'd. They were not letting them inspect. The United States gave them a date. It was March 15th, I think, of 2003. On that night, they bombed Baghdad. Hence, the Iraq War started. Yes, we did not handle the Iraq War properly. I get that. But it is nothing. We did not lose lives like compares to what happened in Vietnam. What happened in World War II. What happened in World War I. What happened during our own fucking war. Or what happened during the Revolutionary War. We didn't even lose. I don't even think we've lost 10,000 people. I think we might have lost like 5,000. Half of those fucking people that died either killed themselves or were killed by their own fucking people of pure stupidity. Yes, some of them were killed by fucking enemy fire. I get that. I'm not discrediting that. One is one too many. I get that. But don't fucking compare. And I've heard fucking Hollywood people compare. And I know I'm going off of what we wanted to talk about tonight, but it got me on this subject. Don't let Hollywood fucking fool you, people. Don't let fucking Democrats fucking fool you. And I'm not saying that you have to be a fucking Republican, but this is their agenda. Blame the Republicans for everything. We did nothing wrong. That's a Democrat agenda. If something's not working in this country, blame Donald Trump. It's his fault. I get it. When he leaves office and shit is still fucked up, yeah, fucking blame him. But he's only been in office 1 fucking year.
It was fucked up before him, and it was fucked up before Obama.
It was fucked up before Obama. It was fucked up before fucking Bush.
Yes.
It was fucked up before Clinton. People, it's a fucking cycle. Nothing's going to get better unless we start putting people in fucking office that are going to help this country and not help themselves or their agenda.
I think Cody had a topic to bring up.
Sure.
Cody,
what's your topic?
I was talking about Richard Ramirez.
Oh, The Night Stalker, I think it was called.
That's what it was called.
He was the... Wasn't he... What? San Francisco... Oakland area... person? Let's get back to... I just wanted to get that out of there. I think we're done with the whole... gun topic. But we can go back to that. I'm going to be on a little bit longer. I kind of do want to watch Kent tonight. I might even call in. So, I'm going to have Heather call in. Because he'll answer me. I'm just kidding, he might. But, where did he do most of his killing at?
Most of his killing? I think it was California, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wasn't it like along the fucking like San Jose and all that shit? San Bernardino and all that crap?
It was in a hotel basement.
Okay, but where is what I'm asking?
San Francisco.
Okay. So it was in San Francisco. Oakland, the Bay Area.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about him. I know that he was called the Night Stalker, like he would stalk houses, right? And then break into them and then strangle them or something like rape them and strangle them or something like that. I don't remember. Go ahead. You got the story in front of you.
And he has like 13 counts of murder, 5 counts of attempted murder, 11 counts of sexual assault.
Or rape.
Mm-hmm.
You can say rape. Don't be afraid to say rape. Rape is a word in the dictionary, people.
And wasn't he a Satanist?
What?
A Satanist.
What?
What was that, Cody?
Satanist.
Oh, a Satanist.
Like, yes.
Satanic. He was satanic. And he had women fall in love with him in court when he was in court. I do know that. Like, even the Ted Bundy women, they fell in love with him just because of his... I know... Well,
They had a certain charm about the way they carried themselves.
Yes.
The way they spoke, with the way they acted, with everything they did. They had a certain charm that just kind of hypnotized these weaker women, we shall say.
Right. So, yeah. Robert.
That guy's just creepy.
No, that's fine. Richard Ramirez is a good one. He was one of those prominent serial killers that we heard about. And that was in the 70s?
There were two that were not mentioned.
Well, I know there's tons of we didn't mention. The 70s? Wasn't he like the 70s or early 80s? Cody?
I thought, yeah, it was like 84, 85.
Really? I thought it was in like the late 70s.
Who?
Ramirez. I thought it was the 70s. He might have been convicted in 84, but I think he started doing it like...
What was the first name again?
Richard Ramirez. Just type in Night Stalker serial killer. Hey, Bobbitt, you got anything to talk about?
You mean it's finally my turn to speak? Finally?
That's what he's been waiting for.
Go ahead, Bobbitt. The floor is yours, my friend. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just not wrestling.
Yeah.
We could talk about Waco. Oh, how much of a fuck up that was.
Okay, I'm back.
You want to talk about David Koresh or the situation itself?
Well, they're both interconnected, ain't they?
Well, yes.
Isn't there a miniseries about that?
Yes, they actually made a movie about it, I think. Or making a movie.
It's a show at the moment.
Okay, well, whatever. So, I remember that. When did that happen? Like 90...
That was 93 or 94.
Okay, so I was new in the Army when that happened. I just joined the Army, I think. And... that in itself, the situation itself, that was more like an occult type deal thing. David Koresh was fucking crazy. He was holed up in his compound, stored with illegal weapons, and the FBI busted him. He was raping little girls, getting them pregnant, saying that he was the Messiah, when we all know that he wasn't. And he would not come out. He was wanted for sexual assault. He was wanted for all these charges, and he wouldn't come out. And finally, and he brainwashed these people into fighting for him because he was too much of a vagina to fight himself.
Y'all want to know the funny thing? Well, sad too. I'm gonna tell y'all how the standoff started. Like, this is actual factual information. It was declassified by the FBI just 2 years ago.
Okay.
What it was, a guy that was working for UPS unknowingly was the one who was bringing the guns to the compound where Koresh was.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife, for some weird reason, told him to report what's going on to the FBI, because I think he finally realized what he was doing. So he told his wife, and his wife reported it to the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got the investigation started. And this is another funny thing. It's really sad. When it started, nobody knows this. You know how the media was back then with that, right? How they was all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm. Like they are now.
Yeah, when they started talking about the raid,
mm-hmm.
when they was setting up the raid, one of the news reporters told Koresh what was going to happen. That's what started the whole thing.
Yeah, of course. It's because the media wanted the fucking story. And they got their fucking story, and it turned out to be a fucking tragic ending. The media doesn't take anything into account. They don't care. They just want a fucking story. Like that fucking girl. Why the fucking parents, and I get what Heather is saying, why the parents would allow this girl to fucking talk a day after she witnessed her friends being shot up blows my fucking mind. Why would you even ethically think that this was a good idea? If I was running any of these shows, I would say fuck the goddamn ratings, people. Fuck the ratings. It's not fucking worth it to fucking make this girl feel even worse than she already fucking does. That girl didn't even want to fucking talk. She cried the whole fucking time. And those people were unfucking sympathetic. The one on the fucking right was looking at her like, just answer the fucking question. It was sad. Sad.
JP, it was 93 when that Waco happened.
Okay, so I was in the Army when that happened.
And this is the last thing I'll say about Waco. I just find this interesting. Do y'all know why the fire in the compound started? Because I'll tell you what actually happened. But I want to know what y'all think started the fire in the compound.
I think it was not an explosion, but the tear gas or something sparked, and the building was full of paper or something like that, or it was just run down, and it wasn't very well put together, and that's what caught on fire. It was it kindled. It was kindling that caught it on fire.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I remember hearing that too.
They didn't blow up the compound, people.
No.
Like the media said they did. So. Yeah. Now you said there was 2 serial killers that were not talked about? Yeah, they were.
The Zodiac Killer.
Bobbit brought him up.
I didn't hear him.
Yeah, but Bobbit, you're the one that brought up Zodiac Killer, right?
Tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did, like at the beginning.
Wasn't that Ted
Zodiac
Cruz?
Killer, which Drew actually brought up in the chat.
Say it again, Cody.
I was looking that up earlier, and it popped up Ted Cruz.
What? 10 cards?
What?
Dude, I can't understand a fucking word you're saying.
Ted Cruz.
Ted
Ted
Cruz.
Cruz.
Okay. I forgot I had my fucking ear. What the fuck is wrong? I'm dumping this shit the fuck out before the end of the night. Whoa, sorry. But yeah, I mean, shit. I know that. And what was the other one?
The dating game killer.
I do remember him. There's also another one. And he was.
What about the?
Hold on. How about the BTK killer? Surprised you didn't pop that one out because that happened in Kansas, Wichita, I think.
Drew, yeah.
So yeah.
What about the prostitute that killed 7 men?
Aileen, or whatever her name was.
There are women that'll fucking are crazy enough to do that shit too.
Well, there's also the accidental serial killer, Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
She had the flu, or
Typhoid?
yeah.
Go ahead.
What the fuck ever, you asshole.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
Oh, she just had the typhoid. She transmitted it to who?
Any family she worked for. She was a cook in the kitchen for
So
rich
she.
family.
So you really can't consider her.
Like I said, an accidental.
I don't know why she's yelling at me. So
Because you fucking had to correct yourself.
wow, this is what happens when you correct a woman. She's like, "You're an asshole." But no, I'm just kidding.
Hey, JP, I got one.
I'm sure you do. Darth Vader. No, go ahead. Who is it?
Well,
Andrew Cunanan.
What?
Andrew Cunanan.
I don't think he was a serial killer, wasn't he? Didn't he just kill? Well, he might have been.
I think he killed like 4 people.
Okay. But did they have a certain MO? Because that's what you need to be considered a serial killer as well.
He was hunting gay people, really.
Okay, well that's an MO. Alright, that's fair enough. I can consider that a serial killer.
What about Lizzie Borden?
Hold on. She's not considered a serial killer because she killed only 2 people. But she was not convicted. She was not found guilty.
To me, the most famous one is Jack the Ripper.
He killed prostitutes.
Yeah.
What about Holmes?
There's the Boston Strangler. What about who?
Holmes.
Who? Ho.
H. Yes.
Ho. Who is that?
Dr. Henry Howard Holmes.
Nope.
Howard Holmes. Oh, okay.
No, you said Ho.
Oh.
I'm choking now.
I said H. Holmes.
Holmes? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought he said Ho. That's why he laughed, because he thought I said Ho.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a couple of others, and I can't think of them.
Drew, again, that's not a serial killer.
Who?
Derek Richardson of Kansas City saying serial killer. He only killed 2 people. That's
Yeah,
not a serial killer.
It's not a serial killer. In order to be considered a serial killer, and we talked about that. I asked
When
that
we brought
question.
up this topic, he was telling us about it.
Yeah, I was talking to Gina, and Gina, he may have been a serial killer, but he had only been convicted of 2 murders, so he is not considered a serial killer. He is a possible serial killer. That is the exact definition that was given by Gina, who is actually kind of going to school for that kind of stuff.
Did anyone bring up Ed Gein?
Ed Gein was not a serial killer. He did not kill his mother. His mother just died. And I think he only killed 2. You can look it up, but I only think he killed 2 people. If that. I might have only killed 1. I'm not sure.
What about the Craigslist killer?
The Craigslist killer? Yes, he was a serial killer.
Why do we have people standing in the hallway talking?
Because they don't have anything better to do. It is Iowa
That's
City.
not talking now, that's yelling. Holy shit.
How many people did Ed Gein kill? Did it say? Yep, 2 people.
There's just 2.
Okay.
There's
And-
parents, sorry.
No, he did not kill his parents. He killed some lady. He killed 2 people. He killed the bartender and the lady at the convenience
That's
store.
right.
That he considered to be their mother. He was obsessed with his mother. Hence, the story of Psycho.
Yep. Norman Bates, Silence of the Lambs, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yup, combined. Because Ed Gein would use the skin off the people and make lampshades and weird shit.
Yeah.
He was trying to make a body. He was trying to remake his mom, is what he was doing. So he was taking body parts and shit. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Donald Henry Gaskins.
Donald Henry
Gaskins.
Gaskins. That name sounds familiar. I think he is a serial killer.
I don't know.
He was
Christopher Dorner.
South Carolina, I believe.
Or we just talk over each other.
Christopher Dornan? No, he's just well, I'm trying
What
to
was the name that they said?
Whoop, say that again?
Donald Henry
Donald Henry.
Gaskins.
Gaskins? Okay.
Was he a serial killer?
Oh.
9 victims, so yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll take him just as long as they weren't in one shot. So yes.
Yeah, he was convicted for 9, has 100 plus that he claims he did.
Right. The Green River Killers, and Green River Killer's the most notorious one. He killed the most people. He was convicted of the most murders in the United States, I do believe.
Another Iowa serial killer. Was there another one?
Well, tell him shut the fuck up.
I have multiple times, but you know how that works with him. Christopher Dornan, we're looking at now?
Christopher Dornan? Give me a second, folks. Merch. I'm saying mass murderers are not the same as serial killers. Mass murderers are persons that kill people in one fucking day. Like the Vegas killer, or the person that shot up the fucking school, or the Columbine people. Serial killers are people that don't kill people on the same day. They may have killed them on the same day, but they don't.
Not within the same second.
Yes, not at the same time. They've killed multiple people at different times.
What about the human Dracula?
The human Dracula?
Yeah, I've heard something about that, yeah.
I'm sure. It all depends.
It looks Japanese.
I'll say it in the chat.
What now?
No, he's the one who put out Christopher Dornan.
Oh, Christopher Dornan? You can say it.
I need more clarification because the only thing I'm finding is something for a college professor in Illinois.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I can't pronounce his fucking name. Are you kidding me, dude? Give me a fucking break.
I can't pronounce it either.
Tsutomu Miyazaki.
Oh, I'm sure you. All right.
Of course.
Thanks, Trexter. Yep. Fucking. You missed my. You did miss my Elimination Chamber stream, man.
I caught the end of it, but I was eating, so I couldn't call in. But I saw a little bit when you were asking Bob who we thought was going to win.
Well, that's all right.
I got another one that was a serial killer.
Okay.
Otis Toole.
Otis Toole?
Yeah, he killed Adam Walsh, and he confessed to killing like 6 or more people, I think.
Was he convicted of those?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Did he kill them? Were they children?
Yes, murder.
Adam Walsh was.
Holy shit.
Say it again.
That's John Walsh's. That's why America's Most Wanted was created, because
Okay.
he kidnapped and killed John Walsh's son.
I know who he is. God damn it. Yeah. I mean, if John Walsh, because he's pretty in tight with the investigators and all that shit, and he knows. So if he says they're a serial killer, then they're a serial killer.
And Otis's niece even said that he confessed to it too.
Right. But you can confess. Who's that guy? He killed all them people. He killed them people in Texas, and he said he committed over 1,000 murders or something like that.
Oh, you expect me to remember that part?
John Lucas something, Johnny Lee Lucas or something like that.
Yes.
Something like that.
Sounds right, yeah.
What? Say it again. What was his?
I was saying sounds right, yeah.
Oh, well,
Johnny Mucus.
Johnny Lucas, Johnny Ray Lucas or something like that. He said he had killed a bunch of people. Like, he knew exactly where the bodies were, but then it turned out that he did kill people, but he did not kill that many people. He was just trying to get notoriety. He was glorifying his murder that he committed.
And Christopher Dorner was the sheriff who killed 5 people.
Okay. I've heard of that one, I think. What state?
Los Angeles.
Okay, so it was a city, but whatever. See, what else is there? There was the guy in Georgia, the Williams. I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have Charles Ray Hatcher in the chat.
Who's Charles Ray Hatcher?
I don't know, Dan Rex brought him up.
Who's Charles?
Did we talk
Ray
about
Hatcher?
Ted Bundy?
Yep, we brought him up at the beginning.
Okay.
A chessboard killer.
The what?
I put it in the chat. I can't pronounce his name. His last name.
Oh, Pushkin?
Oh, Alexander Pushkin?
Yes.
Yeah, there was the most notorious serial killer is from Russia, and I don't know if it's him,
I don't think so.
but they made a movie about him, and I can't remember the name of the fucking movie. God bless you, my child. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was really good. And he's like the most notorious serial killer ever in Russia, or in the world today. Well, actually, I don't think that's true. I think Australia has the most notorious, and I think it might have been the one that John was talking about.
The butcher. He looks like he's been on drugs.
He probably was. You know of any child serial killers?
The only one I know is Otis Toole, because he killed Adam Walsh, and then he confessed to
No. I mean actual children.
Ah.
Children. I know one. I can't think of his name.
Hold on.
I want to talk about children killers real quick. And I'm talking like 10, 11-year-old girls and boys.
John Variables
Yes.
and Robert Thompson.
Okay.
Wait.
Hold on a second.
She only killed 2.
Okay, but I still want to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, children. And she was how old? 10? 11?
10 or 11, yeah. 68.
In 1968, there was a girl named Mary Bell. And there was a poem about her. If you look it up, I'll let you read it if you can find it. The Mary Bell poem. It's really famous. I'm sure if once she reads it, she might even know what it is. This girl was sexually assaulted, a lot like most of the serial killers that we have known. She was neglected as a child. Her mother was a prostitute, would have sex in front of her. She killed 2 boys. Toddlers, yes, toddlers. And she was convicted of those murders. She confessed to those murders. And then she is from England. She's not from the United States. She's from England. I can't remember the city or the area. Newcastle, okay. So she is a free woman. She has no pictures of herself. Her and her mom she's completely healed. I mean, when she did it, I'd have to read up the story again, but I watched a documentary on it, and I felt so sorry for this girl. At 10 or 11 years old, you don't have the brain capacity to understand what you did. But the mind of this girl, holy shit. Wow. Think about that. She committed 2 murders, was convicted of it. What? Did somebody say something? Okay, whatever. She committed 2 murders, was convicted of it, and sat in a reform school for girls, like type prison thing. Up until she was 18. Children that it's tragic to see it, but I just wanted to point that out because I thought she killed 3 people, and they were 2 different people on 2 different occasions. There were 2 kids on 2 different occasions. She lured them to an old abandoned house and killed them, knowingly. So. She had the makings of a serial killer, but thank God that she didn't get away with it, if you know what I mean. She is a free woman now. She is walking about society. She's contributing to society. She's, talking to people about what happened to her. She wrote a book, I think. Did you find the poem for her?
I think I did.
Let me see it.
We're still live?
Yes, we are.
Okay, everything just went silent. I was like, what the fuck?
What about,
No, we're still alive. We're just listening.
What about Variables and Robert Thompson? You heard about Jim Trank?
Hold on a second, man. So this is a poem written by, not by Mary Bell, but written about Mary Bell. And it says,
As far as you can go.
Mary Bell, child of hell, one half wicked, one half good. Small, strong fingers go around his tiny neck. Child of Satan, child of God, two opposing forces in one body. No side wins, they both remain. I only murder so that I may return. Mary Bell, child of hell, one half wicked, one half good. Small, strong fingers go around his tiny neck. And I feel this girl, she was so... What the fuck? Hold on. She killed Martin Brown and Brian Howe. She strangled her victims with the help of her friend, Norma Bell, 13 years old. They were friends. They were not related. In 1960, Mary was found guilty on the murders of Martin Brown of 3 years old and Brian Howe of 4 years old. The murders of the victims occurred in Newcastle, England. She was released, and this is a picture of her today.
Wow.
She was released on her own recognizance. No, I do not want to talk about fictional serial killers, Dan Rex. They are not real. They are fake.
We're only talking about the real ones tonight.
Wow, Trexie, you got big.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know what the heck
No, you grew.
happened.
So, that being said, and there's Cody. That being said, Ken has got mine. All right, guys, I want to go watch Ken. I hate to do this, cut this short. We can do this again. I mean, we can talk about more, whatever. We can do more talking about these subjects that you want. I want to go over and watch Ken. I haven't watched Ken in a while. See what he's got to say. I love watching Ken. I haven't watched him in a while. I've been meaning to, but I've been talking to her all the time.
Now I'm here.
Now she's here. Now I can watch Ken. We can watch Ken together. Oh my god.
Bob it.
I will. I'm probably just gonna watch it on here. So I just want to say thanks everybody for showing up. If you have not seen the Elimination Chamber stream, go back and watch that, and that will tell you the predictions. Real quick though, I would like to get Trexter's thoughts, if you don't mind, before I end the stream here. So the first match that we're going to talk about real quick is the pre-match, the pre-show is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, or the Club, versus Mr. Raj. Who do you think will win?
I think it'll be the Club.
Okay. No, there's not going to be no fuck match. There's not going to be no fuck finish or anything like that.
Oh no, I think Mrs. Cronings will try it, but Finn Balor will come out and just like beat their ass.
I like that. I like what you just said there. That's a good thought. So then the first match that we just found out 3 hours ago on the main card, which I think it'll probably be in the middle, but is Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt.
If they want to keep the feud going, it's going to be Bray Wyatt, so they could have a deletion at WrestleMania.
That's what I said. Are you copying me, motherfucker?
No.
Okay, so all right. So the second match is the tag title match between Thebar, that fucking Steven Larson so justly fucking named, which don't make any fucking sense. Two fucking idiots. And
hang on, guys, one moment. Yeah. Just a moment, buddy. I'm almost done. Go ahead.
I forgot. No, there's the bar.
Oh, the bar.
The bar and Titus.
Oh, yeah.
Titus.
Why am I even fucking saying this? You know who it is. I mean, shit. Just fucking give me your fucking prediction. It's Titus Worldwide and The Bar. Who do you think is going to win?
I think The Bar, just because even if Sheamus retires, they're not going to do it until the night after WrestleMania.
Okay. I forgot about the whole retiring thing, but because he's wrestling, so I don't know if whatever. Then you have, isn't that the Ronda Rousey thing? Mm-hmm. Then you have the fucking Ronda Rousey contract signing. Here's what I want you to do for this. I want you to tell me what you think is going to happen.
I think Kurt Angle will bring her out there, and Stephanie will be out there and everything like that, and she'll sign it, and then as she's walking away, Steph will be like, yeah, I still remember what you did. She'll talk some shit. And then Rousey will just beat the crap out of her.
Okay. I can agree with that. Then you have the 2 chamber matches. We'll do the women first and then the men last. Here's what I want out of that. Here's what I want out of that, though. I want you to tell me who is going to win and who they're going to beat. And then explain to me... Okay, no, just go ahead.
Let me see. I think I think Alexa will somehow screw over the rest of them because she's going to make an alliance, and then that person will be like, it'll probably be Mickie James again, knowing her. It'll probably be like that she screws over Mickie James to win, and then Asuka beats Nia Jackson, so she has to face, she faces Alexa in like a quick squash match at WrestleMania just to make the crowd happy so they're not so mad when Roman Reigns wins.
No. Why would you want Alexa to face Asuka?
I don't know, so she can kick her head off, but I don't want it to happen, but I think that's what they're going to do.
No, they aren't going to do that.
Wouldn't you think Asuka versus Charlotte would be a better match?
They're not going to do Alexa versus Asuka, man.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see that, but knowing those idiots in charge, especially him, he does anything so he can watch women.
Trexter, they're not going to put Alexa against Asuka. I guarantee it. Here's why. I don't even think Alexa's going to retain. I think Sasha or Bayley is going to win. I think Bayley is going to win by rolling up Sasha. Alexa will get her rematch against Bayley. Bayley will beat her. She will finally break that fucking hugger gimmick thing, and she'll start getting finally tough. However, after that match, now, Bobbit, I can't remember who it's. I think, Bobbit, you said it, that there's going to be a cash-in? Or was it Cody?
That was me.
Okay, I think there's going to be a cash-in, and I don't think Carmella's going to win it. I don't think she'll win the cash-in.
No, I don't think she'll win either. She gets no reaction. When I went to the SmackDown in Phoenix, and she came out, there was no reaction. It was freaking crickets. Yep. It's bad.
Yep. Carmella is a lost cause.
They're just going to end up putting her back with Big Cass anyway, is my guess.
They're broke up. Do you want to put them two that don't like each other together?
Oh yeah, I forgot they broke up. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
So yeah. I just don't see, it's going to be Asuka Charlotte. You want to put the best matches out there for WrestleMania. You've seen what happened during a squash match once before. When Sheamus beat fucking Daniel Bryan. People did not fucking like it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that. I just don't see that happening. But then you said Roman Reigns is going to win.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I think Seth will get into the match somehow.
Who's he going to beat? Oh, well, hold on. Who's Roman Reigns going to beat?
He's going to beat... You know what? Knowing them, it's going to be Strowman.
You think they're going to have Roman beat Strowman?
I think they will now, especially since...
They could. You know what I said? I said Seth Rollins.
But you think there would be
But
some
then-
like
but then I
fuckery involved?
changed it. Didn't I say something else? I said Roman. I think Roman will win though. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Seth won. In fact,
I hope he wins.
I would love to see Seth win, just because what they had him do on Monday. But it's probably going to be Roman. But somehow, I do agree with you. I think Seth Rollins will get into that match somehow, some way. Like Seth will get screwed over or something, and he'll somehow, some way get into the match. And then I honestly think they're gonna put Seth over, and I think they're gonna have Seth win the title at WrestleMania. I don't think they're gonna have Roman win. I really don't.
I don't either, but you heard the rumor that came out this week, right?
Nope. I've been busy.
That they're saying that Heyman is going to be Roman's new manager.
Oh, fucking Christ.
That's actually.
Yeah, they're saying Roman is finally got. Joe made a video about it yesterday. He said that the title was Roman to finally turn heel, I guess. So I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. Damn it! I don't think Joe believes it either. I think he was like bullshit.
Say what you just said. That's fine. You can say it.
Do I really have to listen to Heyman talk every fucking week? I mean, yes, he's a great mouthpiece, but his voice gets annoying.
Yeah.
Who remembers when Brock Lesnar broke the streak?
Oh, here she comes, guys. You just fucking lit a fire under her ass. I'm gonna get up.
No, I
Go ahead,
agree.
sit down.
I agree with you.
What do you people not remember what fucking happened when Brock fucking beat the streak? What did Heyman do?
Cool. He came out and crowed about it every single week.
Oh, no. I'm just talking about that first night after that pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
He came out to the ring with Brock Lesnar and sat there and repeated the 1 in 1 in 21 up to the commercial break, all through the commercial break, and almost up to the second commercial break.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking deal with that shit again.
Well, you know what? If Roman turned heel, can we let him be his own mouthpiece and just let him be a...
It's not happening.
No, I agree.
They had their
I'm just saying-
chances. They had their chances to make him a heel, and they refused to take it.
She's grabbing her card to walk out of the fucking room, and I don't know why.
I am going to have a cigarette.
Oh, you just fucking lit a fire under her ass. It's alright, though.
No, I agree. I was saying if he did turn heel, he needs to be his own mouthpiece and just be an egotistical asshole.
And that's why they will not turn him heel, because he still has not learned how to be his own mouthpiece.
Yep.
Hashtag alrighty. Oh, that hurt.
A little bit, yeah.
You need to back up.
Maybe.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, any one of the things that we said tonight could happen, or something completely different could happen. Who knows? I don't know. They could have a triple threat. They could have a 6-man tag team match for the fucking title. I don't fucking know. With WWE anymore, you just never fucking know.
No, I agree.
So that being said, Trexter, don't forget Sunday, guys. Tomorrow, Heather and I will be doing the stream. Are you doing the pre-show? Are you wanting to do? I ain't doing the fucking pre-show. I am not doing the pre-show. That is too fucking much for me. My nieces are going to be there anyway. I want to hang out with them for a little bit. We will be on at usual time at 6:30 though. I'll be on at 6:30. I ain't gonna. I'll catch the last half of the pre-show. I don't want to sit there and rehash fucking shit we've already fucking seen.
Especially since it's gonna
We'll
be
probably
repeated.
catch the fucking pre-show match, and then that's it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I can't wait to. I work till like 4 tomorrow. I'll probably get off a little bit early, and I'll come home and watch
So
you guys.
you'll be home. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. If you want to be added to the call, tell me now.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay. Cody,
Add me,
you want-
please.
Bob, we know you're gonna be.
You're
added
going to be
to-
here no matter what, dude. Because I know you guys are going to be gone by the time I get back. I love you all.
She's going to smoke a cigarette. And Drew, I know you're gonna want to be added to the call. I'm pretty sure. So I would love for Drew to be added to the call, so that way I have 2 people that can monitor the chat. And if people want to come on and join us, I got you, Cody. I will put you on the call. I've seen your thumbs. You're good, man. I will call you two about 10 minutes before the show. Okay?
And thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. I mean, we're just going to sit there and watch, and I'll just do my usual shit like I do on Mondays and Tuesdays. Just sit there and fucking bitch. That's what I do. And then Bobbit will be there, and I will try and talk Drew into joining. Maybe even Tara. Who knows? We'll see. So that being said, I'm going to let you all go so I can get over and watch Ken on the stream. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for the discussion. Even though the discussion, we got derailed again with the gun control discussion, which I don't mind because it needs to be talked about. Because if you notice in the thing, yes, in the YouTube stream it said just chatting about with me about serial killers, but it's an open forum. You guys are more than welcome to call in. Not to stay on the call all the time, but just to call in and bring up your point and then move on. So that being said, y'all have a great night. I love you all. And we will talk to you as I move myself all over the screen. As you can see, look at me go, look at me go, look at me go. I'm disappearing. You all have a great night. I love you. And you know where to find everybody. They say it almost every time. Trexter's a new one. You need to tell them where they can find you, Trexter.
Facebook, Brendan Casholi, BrendanCascioli. Same on Twitter.
And Cody, you're also the new one. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Real Cody 25 and on YouTube.
Okay. And Bobbit, you already know I fell off mic. You know where to find me. You know where to find Heather. You know where to find Drew. I love you guys. If you haven't watched my video on Tuesday, please go back and watch it. The real fun starts at 1 minute and 38 seconds.
and please check out the after show that I'm doing with Insomniac.
Okay, yeah. Bobbit, announce that real quick. Go ahead. I forgot about that.
Right back, guys.
Yep.
It's going to be pre-recorded as soon as Corrupted ends. Hopefully it'll be up. I don't know how my internet's going to be, but look for it. It's going to be pre-recorded. It's an aftermath to the Insomniac, and I really want people to support this. I'm really excited to do this, and it'll either be up right after Corrupted or early Sunday morning. It just depends on the internet.
Okay. I mean, I won't be able to check it out until tomorrow morning, and we'll probably check. How long is it going to be? Like a half hour, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes? How long, Bobbit?
About 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. I don't want to go too long with it.
Well, Heather and I will listen to it on the way home to Iowa City, from Iowa City. Of course. You know we will. And, we'll give our thoughts and stuff. But, yeah, check him out, guys. Don't be afraid. You can follow and find him at Foulmouth Bobbit. It's on Swamp Ass Podcast. Check it out, man. Bobbit puts out great content. I wouldn't be doing this without his input and ideas. The kid is talented. If anybody needs a thumbnail from him when you do your YouTube, that's Bobbit. I recommend him. I'm going to say that now. He's really good at it, and he can throw shit together in a fucking snap. Like the thumbnails you guys see, he did them 25 minutes before the show and sent them to me. So check him out, man. I love you guys, and I will talk to you all tomorrow night at 6:30 Central Time. All right, y'all stay out of trouble.
Sounds good, man.
And, hey, don't fuck goats. All right? Just don't do it. You might start liking it. I love you guys. Have a good night.